Damn, I can't believe the intro doesn't fight Scorpactus until chapter redacted. Alright, here we are again. Turn the controller so it doesn't roll back over. So, we'll wait a couple of minutes and then we'll get started. This is actually the first day since I got over here where I haven't felt the need to turn on the air conditioning before the stream started because I felt like the room was cool enough. We'll see if that pans out or not. But I mean, it probably was cool enough. It was 44 degrees Fahrenheit this morning, right before I woke up, so I can't imagine with it being that cool. I mean, it probably was about 65 in here, Fahrenheit, over the course of the day, which is pretty comfortable for me. So, we'll see. It might, that fact might change by the time we're done because I basically have two engines running in my room at the moment between my computer and the PS3, so... like, this, it's just funny because, like, the PS3 is such, like, it's such an engine compared to some of the other... Like, I have a Nintendo Switch, and I've tried playing a couple of games on it, both of which I've had to stop playing because I wasn't really that big a fan of them. But that's neither here nor there. The point is I have a Switch and I've played it, and by comparison, the Switch is like whisper quiet. It barely even makes any fan noise whatsoever. And if it does, I can't hear it over the game volume. So it's, I guess, just new hardware versus old hardware, right? Makes me wonder what kind of noises the PS5 will make when I eventually get one, because good lord, I can't get a PS4, that's for sure. Those shits are rarer than the PS5s at this point, because they're not current. They got discontinued. They're not currently being produced. So, but considering the fact that I have like 30 projects that are either PS4 or PS5 projects, I believe all of them could be done on the PS4. But no, actually, I think a couple of them are PS5 exclusives that I said, yeah, I might go take a look at those. So, and then there's a few more that would justify the purchase of the console by just being like, well, this is available on the PS4, but I could also get it on PS5 so that way it's on a better, well, I don't know if it's a better console. I haven't played it, so I couldn't tell you, but I would imagine that the load times at the very least will be better. We shall see how that goes. But that's in the future because I don't currently have the disposable income to purchase a PS5. I know when I'm going to have to buy, and that's basically the end of this set of PS3 projects, but that's quite a ways away yet, so I don't think I need to worry about it for a little while. And that being the case, I don't know, it seems like a good spot to say, okay, so we'll worry about that later for now. Let's worry about Ludger, El, Rolo, and the gang, which now includes Jude and Leia. So there we go. Alright, so you know what I would have really enjoyed? It's not something that's going to be a detriment or anything like that, but you know what I would have really enjoyed? Is gaining access to Kitty Dispatch, and then going to this Kitty Dispatch menu, and for every cat that you have... Now, let's be fair. Elle playing with Rolo's paws like that is super cute. But what I would have wanted to see on this screen is just like the screen slowly being populated by all of the cats that you've found, to the point where eventually they're just overwhelming the UI on the screen because there are so many cats on the screen, there's just no room for them all to sit. I would have thought that would have been hilarious. I don't know how well the PS3 would have handled 101 fully polygon cats and an L on this screen. But I think it would have been goddamn hilarious. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Tales of Xillia 2, the Stream Edition. Last time we gained access to Kitty Dispatch after getting one of our travel restrictions lifted. And then we got to choose which other travel restriction we wanted to lift. and we chose Marksburg instead of Helioborg. So since that is the case, we met up with Leia. Now we have a party of 3, and we need to head to Duval in order to check on her informant to see what next big scoop she's got going on. Excuse me. But in between streams, I actually did a little bit. I don't think I did enough, actually, now that I think about it, because I didn't really have a lot of time to do it. Yeah, I didn't... Oh, no, I did enough for Leia to get what I needed her to get. She brought Glacier with her when she came into the party, so that's good. But the more important thing that I did was basically I took her out into the field with Yggdrasil equipped. I got her a nice even chunk of elemental points, which allowed her to get level restore, which will be nice for her in the future. Now Jude has been kind of neglected. He still doesn't have access to level restore as far as I'm aware. I don't think he does. I think it's in here. Let me look. No, it's not in here, so maybe he does have access to it already. I forget what the amount was that I needed and for what... No, actually, it was Earth and Light. That was why. So Jude's got access to level restore. Basically, I brought Leia up to speed in terms of level restore with everybody else, and then I gave her back Glacier. I've got Jude on Yggdrasil for right now because his moves, actually, I think I'm going to give a little bit of priority because of the way that I'm going to do something coming up in the future, in a future chapter that we probably will get to this week. But in the meantime, I gave Luger Stalactite because that has 2 elemental ore points in Earth for every elemental ore that we find. So that'll bring him up quite a bit. It'll even get him access to Dexterity 2, which is kind of nice. Not necessary, but kind of nice nonetheless. Gets him a couple upgrades. And I don't think any of the other stuff I'm particularly enthusiastic about for right now. And since Jude's hanging on to Yggdrasil for the moment, I figure I might as well just let Luger do a little bit. So, yeah, I think all that being said, let's head to Duval Station. Oh, I also did some kitty dispatching off screen as well as running around. And I also did, what else did I do? I think I killed a couple of things on the Alestai Road as well, because I was working towards the Alest plant first bonus, and I actually did get the first bonus there. So I might do that off screen from now on. I'm not 100% sure about that, if that's what I want to do, but all of the ones in the Alestai Road at least are done now. The rest are ones that are either Bakuras, which will probably take a million billion years to get the first bonus for, or other ones that are on the Torbalon High Road, which we might get through the bonuses today because there's a nice variety of them, and I only need about half a dozen in each one, a little bit more for a couple of them, but we should be able to get the first level bonuses for each of them today on our way to Helioborg, because we're going to unlock that next after we're done here. So since that's the case, let me just check my strategy real quick to make sure I've got both of them where I want them at. I do. Okay, good. And we want to prioritize healing with both of them, just because they're both healers at the moment, so we might as well just leave them there. What else? Yeah, in the process of using Yggdrasil, Leia got a bunch of extra arts. The main thing that we wanted to worry about for her was skills, because we got her access to the level 1 stat boost, so those are helpful for her. She can't quite equip HP and TP gain just yet. We did give her access to level restore, and also the lottery skill, which was already very nice in the first game. Got us more gold than we ever could have used, and we got Leia, like, what, 7 episodes in, or 8, something like that, and we still had more gold than we ever knew what to do with. In this particular game, where gold is at a premium because you need it not only to purchase things, but also to pay off your crippling medical debt, having access to lottery very early like this, within the first 6 hours of the game, is incredibly helpful. And that's not even all, because, well, we already got Jude to Affection Level 1, and we saw that we got the Assault Step book for Luger, so he could access Assault Step. If we take a look here, we can see that Leia is almost also at Affection Level 1, and if we link with her for a little while and maybe answer a question or two in her favor in the near future, it will put her over the edge to Affection Level 1, and it will get us access to a very nice skill that's actually highly worth our while, so we will attempt to do that. Anyway. For now, though,
I figured you were
let's
a no-show.
meet with her informant.
Sorry I'm late.
So, this is your informant?
Yep, Jude, meet Jolene. Call me whatever you
Oh,
want,
I know
Katie.
Jolene.
Anyway,
We've
you know
seen
why we're
her
here.
please on
The train
thing
hijacking,
there.
right? Maybe I know something, maybe I don't.
I'm guessing it depends on whether we have money or info to trade, right?
or whether we do your jobs on the board. Well, we're gonna have to let her know
So
that I have
that's
no
the
money.
real story.
It's true.
Yeah.
I saw it all too.
Good stuff. Guess it's my turn to share.
An
Word on the
info for an
street is
info.
Brat's been funneling a certain something something to Exodus.
Right. That's the name of the government around these parts, right, Jolene?
Supposedly.
You named your government Brat?
Meaning,
No dice. I like living.
What are they sending? Weapons?
Nope. Guess again. Spirit fossils and boosters.
say what now?
That's right,
So
kids.
that means
the
that-
next-gen stuff that's supposed to replace current Spyrex technology. Whoa! Stop the press. This guy looks familiar.
I suppose
Yeah,
he
that's
does.
because
This
he's
is Jude Mathis, the Spyrite researcher.
yeah, that.
Mom always wanted me to meet a doctor. You make me feel all chatty.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, Jude, you're like a celebrity.
Rumor has it there's a demon prowling the alleyways of Duval. He
What
looks
kind
just
of a
like
demon?
a regular guy on the outside, but I hear he's hiding some monstrous power. He uses it to stalk his prey.
So the government is funneling weapons to Exodus, but
Word
also
is,
on
even some
top
of
of
Brat's
that,
heavies have
there's a
fallen victim.
demon in the city?
I
Wow.
just wrote it off as an urban legend, but maybe
This place
it's
is
connected to a
way
train
worse off than I
hijacking
thought.
after all.
But how could that be connected to the train hijacking? Well, I suppose it could be Julius, but why would he be hunting people? The warrant.
Put it out of your mind. Put it out of your mind.
What troubles you,
Are you
child?
having trouble dealing with the train incident? That certainly was scary.
No, it's not that. I can't forget those pictures on Luger's wall.
Yeah, those are pretty hard to
They were
forget.
so horrible.
Oh, the wanted posters? I imagine Ivor stuck them up after he snuck in.
He did, in the
Wanted
cutscene.
posters? Were those supposed to be some twisted version of Luger and Glasses guy?
They don't have the best sketch artist.
I'm not sure if that was the intention. Did you see them, Luger?
Yeah, they were not very good.
Yeah, that's the one.
Get that out of here! I'm trying to forget!
I'd love to forget, but I can't.
Odd that they're in the same style as the wanted posters in Riza Maxia.
You think they hired the
Why
same
don't
guy?
they just use photos?
That's what I'm
Luger,
saying.
take a picture of yourself and bring it to the police. Maybe they'll replace it if you ask.
I don't think I want to make their jobs any easier. L.
Illustrations are supposed to be better at conveying the true essence of the subject. Or so I've heard.
I think a caricature artist told you
So
that.
That's the true essence of Luger and Glasses guy? That's even scarier than their creepy spear forms.
Okay, now I definitely want to forget.
Really? When criminals are confronted with these wanted posters, a lot of them crack and turn themselves in.
You know, that's probably the most legitimate explanation I've ever heard for the garbage photos that they use, or sketches that they use. And honestly, it could be pretty plausible. Let's see. Oh, really? Well, then I guess we know where we're going, to the back alleys of Duval. Because we can't get out of a place like this without getting into trouble, so let's go get in trouble, shall we? Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I just finished eating, as usual, right before this
So how
stream.
did you meet this informant person?
Well, you know what they say. Swim with sharks, wake up with fleas. Wait, is that how it goes?
I feel like you're thinking of two different things. Anyway, off to the back alleys we go. Do I need to buy anything for Leia? I think I bought her a Lamellar guard already. Yeah, and I don't think there's anything else available currently in the shops, so she's probably as well equipped as she can be. And as a result of that,
Demon of the alleyways, stalking Brat members. I'm not scared.
you just stick next to Rolo, young lady, and we'll be fine.
So is this the demon's stomping grounds? I
Might
really
just be.
hope it's not. What, are
I'd
you
rather
scared?
be anywhere
No,
but
wait,
here,
I
if
ain't
it's the
afraid of
case.
cat. Besides, it might help us get to Canaan. But it's not
Well,
the
that's
only
true.
thing I'm curious about.
What reason does Exodus have for gathering the materials to make Spyrites?
Just to
What's that, Chief?
spite
Did
you?
someone say spy rights?
Something
You
like
fine
that.
folks have got the gall to spend, then I've got the goods.
You mean
Really?
to say you're peddling spirit fossils?
You bet. Only lesser spirit class ones, though.
Speaking of that, have you heard anything about people gathering spirit fossils recently?
Don't beat around the bush. You mean Exodus, right?
Don't move, Dr. Mathis. We're taking you into custody. unless
Dude,
you
how
try
did you
something
not
foolish.
snap
In
pivot that
broad
gun
daylight?
there?
Doesn't matter.
Well, this is a fine kettle of fish. To be fair, if he pulls the trigger, Jude will just snap pivot it anyway, so...
Brought agents.
Probably. Save Jude. What do you want with Jude? Try to save Jude? I'm pretty quick. I don't know if I'm that quick, though. There we go. Snap pivot! Oh, not again. How does this always seem to happen when we're in mortal danger? But yeah, you guessed it. It's time for another trip through reality. Great.
What just happened?
Wait a minute.
This filter on the screen feels a little familiar, doesn't it, Jude? Oh, here we go again. Well, maybe the Julius Shadow guy will be here this time again, since...
Hey, what's the matter,
know.
buddy? You look like you've just seen a ghost.
I mean, that's not entirely incorrect. You put that away, sir.
I get why you and Exodus hate me so much, but if you can't trust us, then at least trust in the spy rights. That's all I ask of you. We're so close to making them work.
Well, this ended up mostly the same, although Jude is, you know, here now. So beat up a
Curse
few
that
Exodus
Xillia.
dudes.
She must have ratted us out.
Wouldn't be
Show
the
no
first
mercy.
time.
They're probably all Rizamaxians.
Won't be the last time. Are we really worried about a few guns? We can handle this, guys. We've been you guys have been shot multiple times in the last game, sometimes by automatic firearms.
No mercy. Very well.
I know that voice. I know that knife. Goodbye.
I can't move.
Or not yet anyway. That's just the trap, you see.
A close one, this.
Thanks, Rowan.
It's Rowan,
That's handy of you.
Who?
an old friend and traveling buddy.
Rowan's super smart. He knows everything. So he knows where the land of Canaan is?
I don't know. Let's ask him.
Canaan, you say?
That's
Any
right,
thoughts on
Canaan.
that, Rowan?
It's a magical place that grants people wishes.
Do tell.
Well, I got a wish for that Canaan place to grant. Death to all Rizamaxia scum. Every last one of them.
Anybody
How do
who
you
looks at
walk around
all-wielding
every day
monsters
and just
thinks
say
you're people
shit like
us
that?
Is crazy.
Like,
Quite right.
are you a cartoon villain? Oh, okay, Rowan.
Rowan,
That's
what did
a
you
little
just do?
extreme.
Ask. Elise, Gaius, Lady Drusilla. I must avenge their deaths.
Wait, what?
I must atone
What-
for dispelling the schism.
What do you mean their deaths? Did they die off screen?
No, not like this.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna bring them back, Rowan.
Those two must perish as well. This man
Why?
isn't Rowan. Truly,
I mean, it is,
every last
but
Olympian must be sent
it
to their
isn't.
doom.
Oh boy. Here goes the nothing again, because here comes Shadow Rowan. If I didn't know any better, I'd say that we were basically playing a Persona game at this point. Alright, so he is weak to fire and strike attacks. I believe I have Hammer Toss, so we can use that to kind of boost
Be
ourselves
careful.
up.
He's not the Rowan we know.
Oh, that's magic guardable.
Yeah, this
My
can't be
bad.
him.
Lay it on me.
Nope, don't even start that. Oh, okay, well, started that. I should get out of here. Never mind. Man, he's got hella iron stance, and his casts are real fast. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have just guarded a fireball. That wouldn't really work too well. Sorry, still getting used to the whole idea of, you know, using stuff like this. Okay, that's not on me. That is on me. Oh, wow. I jumped over marsh balls. That's nice. But yeah, Rowan's iron stance is pretty high, so even with weakness hits, it can be kind of difficult to tank him out of it. I find it easier, personally, to just use Hungry Hunter to do it, to be honest, especially when he's casting. And try to make sure that you actually keep the combo before you do anything else. Went over it. Okay, now we move because he's in over limit. So let's just let that go. Nice snap pivot, Jude. I wonder what, you know. Actually, here's a thought. While Jude and Leia are getting their ass beaten over there, what do I have for linked arts with Leia right now? Let's see. Outlander, Crushing Blow, Fall from Grace, Power Swing. Okay, so Crushing Blow can add to a... It's a critical hit on his own, and I want to keep that part. Yeah. There we go. That should work a little bit. But yeah, we definitely want to try to... no, I don't have enough for a hammer toss. Maybe I should do something about that. Leia? I wish I kept that specific now, to be honest. Is she attacking right now? No, she's not. Okay, so I'll just let her do this. Thanks. Yeah, definitely getting the hell away from that. I'm gonna wait. Yeah, because I had a feeling Severed Fate was coming. And now I'm gonna wait again. And now I'm gonna wait again. A third time, even.
Vengeance must be mine.
Okay, well, we got him.
That can't be Rowan.
It was a little
Yeah.
touch and go at certain times. Well, actually, it wasn't really. I don't think we ever got to a point where they really needed to heal too much. Mostly because Jude handled the healing and we were all kind of close range, but, you know. I didn't use any food. Okay, but this does inform me. Again, I checked it to make sure, but this kind of informs me absolutely that the things that you'll get from boss battles are experience and elemental ore. So use the Minestrone in boss fights or against Bakuras. I'll probably just use it against Bakuras because we should find like one per dungeon we go to. And then try to use like soda rice, I think was the thing that gave us extra experience in the last one. I know the spicy chicken rolls where we probably won't have access to those for a while, but either way, use those during boss
Now I
fights
have the
to give
strength
us
to protect.
some extra levels. So, but yeah, there goes Rowan ? Excuse me. Didn't really work out for him, unfortunately. Sorry, buddy. At least I know what to do with this spear thing now. And that is break reality. Did that without hesitation, even though I'd only ever done that once.
People don't just vanish into thin air. Well, they must be hiding around here somewhere, so find them.
We snap pivoted them.
What did you monsters do?
Snap pivot!
That spared our trickery.
You really are monsters, aren't you?
Actually, anyone can learn it, technically speaking. I'm pretty sure snap
That's
pivot
enough.
isn't a spirit art. Ah, the cavalry has arrived. Because it's not just Rowan this time. It's also a familiar face. Your worst nightmare, actually.
You're going to tell me something. Why is Exodus so intent on gathering spyrite materials?
Imagine if they unleashed an out-of-control spyrite on the world. Everyone would see the danger in it. Public support would vanish in a flash.
So you're doing this specifically to cuck Jude. Well, that's not very nice.
Hold on a sec. You're not gonna kill us?
We're not the monsters you think we are.
I don't know if that's
Nothing
going to help,
changes
Gaius.
overnight.
Because now these guys are just going to go do exactly what
runs
you
deep
said.
within the veins of this city.
No kidding.
Maybe you could go to the land of Canaan and wish the hate away.
Beg
Distinct
pardon?
possibility.
The land of Canaan is a magical place that grants wishes for people.
Are we sure we want to reveal this information?
Quite
Last
the
time we did,
locale, that.
Rowan attacked us. But this one
Alas,
seems
The
nicer.
power to alter men's hearts in the blink of an eye would be frightening indeed.
We could easily
Maybe that's
wish
why the
away
land of
that
Canaan
which
is
makes
so
us
hard to
human.
find.
It's okay. These two are the real deal.
Okay, good.
Rowan, Gaius.
I can let my
thank
guard down. Yeah, apparently Rowan and Gaius are both here.
Huh?
At the moment,
Excuse me,
I'm just a
Rowan
man
and
about
Erston.
town, much like
Erston
any other.
Outway
Please, call me Erston.
is his full name.
His Highness is traveling incognito to get a sense of public opinion in Olympius. Can you
This
really
is
do
his
that?
idea
I
of
mean, you're the king
incognito.
of Riza Maxia.
I mean, I guess it's less loud than his other coat, but...
I've never gotten to see a real king before.
Well, don't let too many people hear about it. How will we address him? Well, he asked me to say Erston, so... There you go.
My pleasure.
See? Nice and easy.
He can be stubborn as a child, this one.
I
was
mean,
that, Rowan?
that's how we ended up with all the problems we had in the first game. He seems a little more mellow
I just
now,
thought of
though.
Something. Do you think that demon of the alleyways was Erston here? I mean, it could have been, but the scary Rowan looked like the glasses guy too.
The scary me? Well, you
That's a bit of a
see,
long story. We still don't have the full explanation on it either, but, you know. Hey, Marie, how you doing? Welcome back. You're
Interesting.
doing things, but
It seems
what in
you've
the
gotten
flying
yourselves
fuck is
wrapped up
going
in
on?
some
Oh, we
sort of
found another
paranormal phenomenon.
pocket of reality where Rowan killed people and
Your
then tried to
thoughts,
kill us.
Rowan?
So that's fun.
something's afoot.
Based on?
A hunch.
Good enough
course.
for me. Now get to the bottom of it.
As you wish.
Man. Guess
Will you be
Rowan's
so
working for
kind
the
as
royal
to
court
allow me
now.
to accompany you henceforth?
I mean, first-hand experience with this probably would help you with figuring this whole thing out, so sure, why not? Easy way to get a few points with both of them, by the way.
I'm Rowan
Just
Ilbert.
these, just
Pleasure
agreeing
to
with
make your
them.
acquaintances.
Nice to meet you.
Jude.
Luger Will
I
Kresnik.
know. I can't let Exodus get me down. I'll perfect the Spyrite tech and prove them wrong.
Exactly. He's like, remember our agreement, or I'll beat the sin out of you again. Well, there he goes. As fancy as it would have been to have gotten Gaius in our party in Chapter 4, I feel like that might have been a little too much.
We conducted Spyrite research together back in Helioborg.
Right, so this is probably the reason why most people say to do Marksburg before Helioborg, which is, and you know, do Marksburg as Chapter 4, Helioborg as Chapter 5, because they actually give you a reason to go to Helioborg.
Go. Rock, beat,
In this
scissors,
case.
I win again. That's 6 times in a row. You're unbeatable at this.
I mean, she's a kid, so this
You've
is the main
certainly
thing that
matured
she's
into
good at.
Quite a dependable man over the last year.
I don't know about that, but thanks. Coming from you, that's a great compliment.
The evil chancellor! Exclamation point, question mark. Well, let me read Marie's other thing here before that. Also, Elle is very naive. She doesn't understand she wanted Luger to turn himself in to get a more photogenic wanted poster. So that's something. Yeah, I don't think she really understands how the police force works yet. But I mean, she's like 6 or 8 years old or something like that, right? So like, I wouldn't expect her to really get that at this point, you know? Like, it seems like it might be a little much for her. The evil chancellor.
So, you're friends with His Highness?
Indeed I am. I serve at King Gaius' side as his prime minister.
It's a fancy job promotion you got.
That? He's sort of like the king's regent. That makes him the number 2 guy in all of Riza Maxia. The king's regent? But in fairy tales, the regent's always the villain.
Well, I mean, technically speaking, Rowan was one of the villains of Gaius' story last game.
You're right. They're always secretly trying to steal the kingdom or mess with the king.
Any
How
thoughts,
could a
Rowan?
mere child see through my ambitions? It's true. As you've suspected, I derive great pleasure from toppling kings.
Hell, in the last game, I murdered my best friend who was also a
I
king.
remove their pawns one by one as my loyal knights advance from the sides to flank them.
He's just a JoJo character now.
We have
He's
to
just
learn
evolved
service.
into a JoJo
Of
character.
course, I'm talking about chess.
Wah, wah.
What? Your agents really are mean.
Rowan is pretty much always like this.
I love it when he messes with people. It gives him character. Rowan is such a good character. Oh my god, he's great. I love him. One of my favorite old men in gaming. And there are a lot of good old men in gaming, so... Yeah, I imagine. I mean, that would help. It would make things easier, but I don't... I mean, again, it's like Gaia said, it is a pretty powerful effect, being able to, you know, grant a wish and dispel certain aspects of human society as, you know, as much or as little as you want. That's, excuse me, a hell of a thing. So, is Rowan in Double A film noir? Yes, he is. Okay. Just want to see what his dialogue is while we're here. That's a possibility, but what kind of spirit arts could have made a shadow version of yourself? Well, I would normally say find out right now, but we probably won't find that out for quite some time yet. So, since that's the case, we won't worry about it. However, we do have Rowan on the team now, and he comes in at level 10 just about at the same experience level as everybody else, which is nice because it makes him, you know, a little bit easier to get working. I like his new outfit, to be honest. I mean, I love his butler outfit, but I kind of dig the blue. I think it gives him a distinguished look. So, let's see what he's got rocking here. Okay, so he's got a round straw hat and a leather coat. I think that's actually the best that he can have for equipment for right now. Not 100% sure about that, but I think so. I think the cape will be fine for him for right now. I don't think he particularly needs anything any better than that. And we need to pay 10,000 gold in order to get to the next chapter. So we'll work our way up to that. We're at about 4,000, but we don't need to buy anything. So I guess we'll figure that out in a little bit. Let's see here. Duval Station over. We just go over here and check the jobs. I think we just go over here and check the jobs. Oh, there's a new elite monster available. The Veywind Eye. I'm telling you, I saw it. It had these ethereal, vibrating crimson wings. It's the end for me. It's gonna kill me in my sleep. You need to slow down there, Spurious Corp person. It's fine. It'll be fine. Anyway, if you beat it, you get 12,000 gold, but at this point, I think it's a little too tough for us. Scorpactus might be doable now, though, to be honest, and that would get us all the way up to the ability to do Jolene's next thing, which honestly would make sense considering the fact that we just met Jolene in person, so now we actually know who are, you know, who's giving these pleas out. So it's unfortunate, but we probably won't be able to do this one until a little bit later, but you know, it's there. I suppose I might be able to. What's the kitty dispatch bonus for today?
What do you think, Rolo?
Okay, return time cut by 20%. I guess we can try it out in Duval. I'm not expecting, like, because the Noir Rare Brandy that they want there is one of the rare drops from the kitty dispatch. Actually, I think I might be able to get one in town if it's respawned, so we'll see. Scorpactus, is that a play on Spartacus? I don't know. It's a good question. Let's see, but yeah, we could just turn in our land crabs and fossilized shells and stuff. And I could give Grumpy Gus some of my poop that I've been carrying around. Because why the hell not, I guess. Again, I want to try to get it so that a lot of the stuff that they ask for is on Tourbalon High Road, because that's kind of where we're going next. So, like, for example, this Wild Boar one we can do. Which one am I reporting completion of? Oh, I got tanned leather off screen as well from doing Kitty Dispatch and for Tourbalon High Road. So we can actually turn that one in now to the Treasure Hunter so we could get Sunbeam. Sounds cool. Let's check that out in a minute. And let's see, we're almost ready to do Jolene's Plea Part 1. I forget what you get for doing this whole side quest chain, but I think it's like 3 or 4 parts. Most of them are like 3 or 4 parts. So, I might be able to do that in a little bit. All right, so if I keep 10 of these, I can do this one and still have just enough fossilized shells to move along. So let's do that. Sure, I've got beautiful feathers to spare as well. There you go. And it looks like these are mostly Alest High Road or Torbalon now. So since they're mostly Torbalon, let's take the Torbalon High Road ones. And then I'll see if I can get a Noir Rare Brandy from Kitty Dispatch from Duval to do this one, but it's not really high priority at the moment. Let's just do like the ones that let us defeat monsters in the area, and then we'll be good. There we go. And then in a little bit, we'll do Jolene's Plea. It'll get us a party hat. Not that that really matters too much, but you know. All your money is evaporating for debt. It hurts. Yeah, I know. You have to pay up after all the stuff that you've gotten here, unfortunately. And I mean, we almost just got up to the 10,000 gold that we needed, so that's pretty helpful. Actually, I want to double check on something. Did we? Okay, we haven't earned any more affinity parameters with Leia. So that's actually what I want to prioritize now.
Delicacy?
So.
Does that mean it tastes good?
It means a lot of people have it in demand. I'm not sure if that means it tastes good. I couldn't tell you. Boar meat's pretty gamey, so I don't really know if it would agree with my stomach too well, even if it was good. So, all right, let's go to the bar and see if his little stuff here respawned at all. It did not, so that means I'm not getting Noir Rare Brandy from here. And I'm also not getting that fancy one that I got. There was like... Did I show that on screen? I got some kind of moonshine from behind the bar there. I don't remember if I showed this on screen or not. But it was worth like 8,000 gold. It's like you don't normally gain access to it until you get access to Fenmont in this game. And that's pretty late in the game, so... I think that's like around chapter 10, I want to say you first get access to Fenmont. Maybe even 11. So that was a pretty good find. I don't know if it's on like an RNG thing or what, but it was a pretty good find. Alright, let's go to Triglyph Central Station. Should you be getting alcohol with a minor in the group? Probably not. But honestly, if she could open that bottle at 6 years old, well, actually, let's not kid ourselves. She probably could open that bottle, because it's one of those like screws that you sort of just twist and it just opens itself. Like it rolls around. It's almost fun to watch it open up. So actually, I don't know if getting that with Elle in the group would be a good idea, because then she'll try to open and be like, "Oh, this is cool." It's like, no, Elle, no, it's not cool. Don't open that. Anyway, off to Torbalon. By the way, if you ever need to rest at any point, for now, because we're mostly working in Olympias, it's pretty easy to just go through to Triglyph Central Station and then head off to Luger's apartment to rest, and you can rest there for free. And even later on in the game, when we start going to places like Riza Maxia and stuff, we'll eventually gain access to the world map, which will allow us to get back there very, very easily. So.
Luger! Glad I ran into you. I've been
Oh,
meaning to
hi,
give you this.
Nova.
It'll come in
What?
super duper handy if you use it right.
What is it? It's a good question. I don't know if she had anything
It's
in her
a
hand.
family heirloom. My uncle bought it off some home shopping show, but it ended up gathering dust in the closet.
That qualifies as a family heirloom nowadays?
A waste. Am I right?
So, I guess.
Family heirloom's just a fancy word for trash? I'm sure Luger will put it to
Please
good
don't
use,
kick
though.
this child. She means well. So what did you give me exactly? Now that you've obtained the item sphere, the auto item function has been unlocked in battle. Okay, so that's what we got, the item sphere. You can open auto item settings screen by pressing start in the strategy menu. Setting items to be used on the auto item settings screen. The characters you do not actively control in battle will use items based on your specifications. Watch your remaining item count though, because they can go down pretty quick if you don't. So yeah, we don't have the item sphere immediately in the game. I think we had it. I don't think we had it immediately in the first game either. We got it pretty quick. So yeah, we can set our auto items now. And if they're on auto, they'll use these items at certain thresholds until whatever you set. So since that's the case, let's do it the way that we did it in the previous game. What can I put here? I guess I could stick life bottle if 2 or more members are KO'd until 3 are left, since we did that in the first game as well. And then we've already got access to Panacea bottles, so since that's the case, let's just put that in for Petrify again, because Petrify works the same way it did in the first game, I think, where if all your characters are turned to stone, you automatically lose. So it's probably a good idea to have a gambit, quote-unquote, for that, an auto item for that. But yeah, I think we'll keep it this way for now until we gain access to like lemon gels and pineapple gels, and then we'll switch that up. And then I don't even know if I'll have a 5th one. This is a pretty good setup for the whole game, to be honest, is just life bottle, Panacea bottle for Petrify, and then TP, HP. So, but we'll see. I should set Rowan's stuff, though. So, I've had everybody kind of spreading out, and that's worked pretty well so far, so we'll just spread out and see how that does for us. Link in normal battles, act freely, do not use, and now set your formation up, and we'll stick you right back here. There we go. By the way, Scarlet and Violet are actually good enough that you got the DLC. It's the typical school collab trip, and you win a lottery to get into the collab despite just starting school a few months ago, aka plot armor. There you go. I would disagree with Scarlet and Violet being good enough, but that's just... And that's actually now based on empirical evidence, because I got to try Violet recently, and I very vehemently disliked it, but... it's potato, you know what I mean? It's like some people like it, some people don't. I can't judge people for liking it. It's like, whatever, you know. Like what you like. I just can't get into them. They're not my cup of tea. So there you go. Let's see. What arts do you have to start, Rowan? Healing Etude. He gets a healing art immediately. So that's cool. Severed Fate. I actually don't want you using Severed Fate or Marsh Waltz because that brings you closer to the enemies, so you can just keep using Rock Trine and Splash. What orb did you come with? Soot. You have a dark orb? Did Elise give this to you or something? Okay, Sunbeam gets us 2 light, so that's kind of cool, I guess. And actually, 2 light might not be a bad idea for Rowan, because A, it gets us access to Shimmering Toll, which is, you know, obviously a fan favorite of mine anyway, in terms of arts for Rowan. But on top of that, we could then give him Stalactite to get him access to level restore without worrying too much about everybody else, because he starts with a little bit of Earth Element as well, so that's helpful. All right, so we need to defeat frame skip. We need to defeat what? Underway, that's what we're looking for. 8 vultures, 8 ancient cats, and 8 wild boars. All right, I can do that. And I don't think I kitty dispatched, so let me do that too. And do some kitty crisps, and I guess we'll see if we get the brandy. If we don't, it's fine. I'm not really too concerned about it.
Bye-bye!
Sorry, I like cutting Rollo off when he gets over the top like that. But yeah, I'm not really too concerned about it, because once we defeat the enemies here, we can just go turn all these in to get up to the place where we can get Jolene's plea. So now I do want to try to check at this point and see if I can access encounter links. I don't think it's possible yet, but I'm going to try. I've been back attacked by someone somehow. All right then. Well, anyway. Get the hell out of here and then start attacking. Okay, he's got multiple hits there.
Already?
Yeah, it looks like spread out's working pretty decently. It's letting us kill things fairly quickly. So I probably won't hit up all of the stuff that we've, all the like treasure bags and stuff that we found along the way here, and it looks like, yeah, no encounter links for us just yet, so we'll just kill the stuff that we need to kill, which is, again, reminder for myself, vulture, ancient cat, wild boar. Anything else we don't run into on the battlefield, so. Ask my opinions on Gen 9 later. Think they're a very good step in the right direction, even though they still need work. Well, I'm trying to think of the good things that I did enjoy about Scarlet and Violet. And at the moment, I'm coming up with a blank, so I'm just gonna say, I'll figure it out and I'll get back to you on that one. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's just, it might just be me, to be honest. Oh, we caught the vulture with that a little bit too. That's cool.
A most heightened performance.
You too.
Unfortunately, my blood pressure has risen as well.
Oh no, Rowan! We can't have that! Don't walk into the light, man! Okay. We'll have to be careful of that. I do like that he kids about that stuff. Like, a lot of Rowan's jokes in this game are him just talking about, I might be dying soon. And it's like, I really hope that you don't. Like, holy shit, Rowan, if you need a break, just tell us.
A fantastic victory.
But, yeah, I don't know. He waxes silly at times, so it's kind of hard to take him seriously about it at certain points, so. Oh, it's called Fall from Grace. Cool work. Yeah, I kind of like some of the new Link arts that you get from Luger pairing up with other people. They're pretty cool. So, they have their place, that's for sure. Alright, but anyway. Let's keep this up. We'll keep linking with Leia because, again, we want to get to level 1 links with her. And it will help us out quite a bit, as you'll see in a moment. Okay, that's wind elemental, so I gotta be careful of that. Certain enemies obviously don't need that. Oh, good, we got the SP bonus for Jude from doing that. We didn't quite finish the event for that, though, right? The job? No, we didn't. Okay, so we'll just keep beating vultures and wild boars and ancient cats until we get what we need to do. I'm not sure if ancient cats are available on this screen, but no, we'll keep beating stuff. And okay, well, there's an ancient cat, so that's cool. Goodbye. You all right over there, Leia?
Keep it up. We shall vanquish.
Ah, good. Lottery procced. You can actually see when lottery procs in this game, unlike in the first game where it'll just add it to the total. In this game, you can actually see it proc because it'll have that plus and then the total amount of gold that you got from the battle directly next to it. So it's kind of nice seeing it happen like that.
To protect.
And pretty soon we'll have even more of an excuse to see that proc. I'm trying to figure out how it all... Okay, well, that's the vultures done. So that's good. Oh, a pudding cake. Well, since that seems to be respawning here every time, let's... Oh, hang on. Use the shortcut. They gave it to me, so I might as well. There we go. Let's not get back attack now, though. But yeah, anyway. Keep beating these guys up. I almost just walked right into that. Okay, well, that's another rock shrine that I just walked into. That's okay, though. I'll let him sigh of despair. I'm not gonna get there in time. Okay, I did. And goodbye.
Hammer sure packs a punch.
Hey, my staff is just as cool.
Uh-oh. Great. Now she's all fired up.
Well, that's good, because we still have more monsters to kill. Yeah, I think we didn't see that one. I think I got that one off-screen the first time, so that was why I could have skipped it there, but, well, since I don't think we saw it on-screen, I'm not going to skip it, so... Rowan learned a skill. What skill did he learn? Jude got hidden target, Rowan got intelligence, so, I mean, obviously we're going to equip intelligence, because it's Rowan. Of course we want intelligence on him. The more intelligence, the better. The more status effects he can get on enemies, the better off we'll be. The band hammer has just enough oomph that it just feels super destructive. Hammers in this game I really enjoy. They are a little bit slow, but you can actually patch that up later on with a skill that you can equip on Luger that I definitely would like to get. So, but they're very powerful. And they synergize fairly well with time disintegration as well, because you have Crushing Blow, which I think deals a little more damage than Falling Thunder. So, and it has a cooler sound effect if you ask me, so... Yeah, it's pretty nice. Hammers are pretty good in this game. Luger gets hammers, so that automatically makes him... I don't know. I like hammers in video games. I think they're a cool weapon type. And honestly, he's not even the only hammer user that we'll be working with here as we play through the PS3 projects, so...
sure to keep this up.
Lottery procced again. I love lottery
An old
procking.
dog can learn new tricks.
Well, I hope you can, because you have to use an allium orb now, so most of your other tricks probably don't work anymore. So, let's just keep running around. We'll probably mostly just get this stuff done on the first screen, except for the Ancient Cats. That's probably going to happen on the second screen. And in a minute, Nova's probably going to be calling me up to see what I'm up to. But I think we're mostly done on this screen. Oh, good, a wind stick. Because I don't see any more boars, so... Let's move to the next one. See if we can get more boars and Ancient Cats. I think we need like 7 more Ancient Cats, maybe 6, and like maybe just a couple more boars. And then we're done. And we can go do Jolene's part 1 plea thing. There's the Veywind eye. That's cool. Learned an art, enhanced an art, learned a skill, not bad. Oh good, 3 boars in one fight? That will definitely help. Oh good, Link Pillar. That's a another new attack that we can do from Overlimit. Well, not Overlimit, but another Link art. It's so you have Link Charge, you have Link Pillar, and then there's one more that we can gain access to later on. I believe Link Charge is normally associated with slashing arts, though, which makes it a little strange that Jude gets access to it through Lucre, but I don't know. However it works, I guess it's there. Jude learned an art, enhanced an art, and learned a skill, so I guess we should look at that as well. And also, hang on, check affinity real quick. Okay, Leia's getting closer. I guess we haven't done that much in terms of that stuff. Oh, he got steel. Good. And he enhanced Demon Fist. We got enhancement to Power Swing. That's good. Jude, how are you doing on your stuff with Yggdrasil equipped? Okay, well, you're getting up there pretty good, actually. Life Up soon. Life Up and Mind Up are available a little earlier on in this game, and those are the ones that give you a chance at the end of a fight of getting an extra maximum HP by a certain percentage after every battle in the game. So having access to them a little bit earlier, it actually might make them proc, because I don't think they procced in the first game, or if they did, they didn't tell me when they procced, so... There we go. This is really the main skill that I want to get for Jude. It's one of his new ones, Frostbreaker. It's pretty good. It's got low TP cost. It lets him land safely when fighting enemies in the air, and it has a chance to petrify them. So it can be pretty powerful, all things considered. So yeah, I'd like to gain access to that, please. Rowan, you haven't gotten HP gain or anything like that just yet. I mean, to be fair, we need to get you up to like 230 in order to get access to level restore. But I might honestly give you Yggdrasil. Just to get you access to all the other stuff. Maybe I'll do that off screen in order to get him up further. Because, I mean, we're almost there in terms of the amount of payment we need to make, so... Petrify? Is freeze not a thing? Like, for real. I don't think freeze is a status in this game. Petrify kind of accomplishes a very similar thing to what freeze would do, so... I think that's why it's excluded, but honestly, it could be in the game and probably do very similar things.
Aww, that's it?
That's it, and probably also it for our Gald, because in a minute I think I'm going to get a call. There it is!
Nova the Gold Girl makes her big entrance!
I'm sure she does. Here, have almost all of my money.
Such a diligent debtor, Luger. And don't worry about those crazy rumors flying around about you. I know it's all hooey.
Gee, thanks. I'm glad you're on my side. Oh, now she's calling me. Hello?
Hey! Since you've kept up with your debt payments, you've been given permission to travel to the Helioborg research station.
Well, that's good, because I'm already on my way there.
Talk of the office. Not many people manage to keep up with their payments like that.
How many people do you screw over by having them default on a daily basis, Nova?
That's high praise.
Well, not her specifically. Again, blame the company that's behind her, not her specifically. She's just doing her job.
It sure is.
I knew I can count on Julius's little brother.
Thanks. I don't know how I feel about the fact that she just baby talked me. But anyway, we can go to Helioborg now, so that's cool.
Can't get through to Balin's GHS.
Is that strange? Shouldn't you be able to get through to his GHS, considering he's at an advanced research station that should have pretty good reception? Maybe something is afoot at the factory again. Let's go find out. Nova. Wait, the place where people got turned into goop? That was... What was the research station in Fenmont in the first game? Helioborg is the one that's here in Olympius. I forget which one. Was it in... No, not Orta Palace. It was the one that was next to Orta Palace that they got turned into goop for the final episode of Neon Genesis Evangelion. Anyway, what'd my cat find? Man, that's not fun. Yeah, sometimes the cats won't come back with much of anything, which is, you know, kind of a shame, but hey, it happens. We only have a certain number of cats, so that they might find something, they might not. It's the risk that you run. But since we don't have a whole ton of cats at the moment, let's maybe wait to do more kitty dispatch till we get more cats. The more cats that you have, the more likely you are to actually find other cats as well. I don't know if the area bonus affects your ability to find cats, so... although I've found a cat right here. Maybe we can ask it to join my kitty dispatch. What do you say, I was gonna say pup. What do you say, kitty? Kitties. Lots of kitties with lots of teeth. Thankfully, their teeth don't matter when we beat the sin out of them very quickly. So... Look, End of Evangelion is an experience. It sure as hell is. Good lord. It's, it encapsulates the depression that the person who developed it was suffering at the time pretty well, I guess. Ow. Ow. I was gonna say, maybe I should, link with Jude. Okay, no fall from grace, but...
You should get things done.
That's the idea, young lady. That's the idea. Lottery procced again. I love when lottery procs. Can you imagine if winning the lottery was as easy in real life as it is in this game? Everyone would be loaded. I don't think I need that apple. Well, actually, I could use an apple gel on somebody and then just take that one. I guess it's me, because I don't have it, so... There you go. One of the troubles that you might run into as you use Ludger over the course of the game is that he kind of is very TP intensive, because a lot of his moves use a lot of TP, especially as you get other weapons for him, like the hammer, and then his third weapon, which we'll gain when we go to Helioborg. His TP intensiveness does not get better with the rest of the game, unfortunately. So it's probably an imperative to get him as much TP as possible as soon as possible, or get him access to, you know, stuff like spirit symbols, or, you know, I'm actually going to go back towards town so I could turn in stuff, so. And then we'll go from there. If everyone's loaded, the money's worthless, though. Yeah, it's the if everybody's super effect, right? Nobody is. I think that, wouldn't it depend, though, on the... Well, actually, I think that's based on... I'm thinking of, like, what would be based on the gold standard, so that's not exactly true in terms of... I was gonna say, wouldn't it be more or less based... Okay. Good, he missed his draining bite. But, I was gonna say, wouldn't it be more based on, like, how the government values the money rather than how much everybody has? But yeah, if everybody had a whole bunch, the government probably wouldn't value the money that highly, would it? So, nice 200 gold for that. And that was 4 cats too, so yeah, I was going to say the job's probably ready to report now, so let's head back to town while I've got a line on it, and just report in. Then we can do Jolene's plea, and we might go do Scorpactus after that. I do want to do Helioborg today, but we should have plenty of time to do it, so I'm not really too concerned about it. Let's go report thing. Look, Incredibles 1 was actually pretty damn fun. Yes, yeah, I actually really enjoyed the first Incredibles movie. The second one was, I don't know, I think it was okay, but I don't think it was as good as the first one for sure. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Okay, well, we got a wooden badge. Somehow I feel like I downgraded because the other one glowed. I guess this one glows a little bit too, but not that much. If it's a cat, then why isn't it all cute and stuff? This is unacceptable. Do something! I like that person's spirit. Don't think all money is based on the gold standard anymore. Yeah, I don't think so, because if it was... I think mostly once we got into the 30s and they started doing stuff with the New Deal and everything because of the Depression, I think that was where money started to have a different... Like, it wasn't based on the gold standard anymore because it created so much disparity that people couldn't interact with the economy when the Depression hit. I think. If I remember my history correctly. So... Anyway, we can do Jolene's Plea Part 1 immediately because we have all the fossilized shells we need, so there's the party hat. We unfortunately can't do this one until we gain access to Wooden Seal, which is the next rank. Yes. So we won't be doing that just yet. I guess I can get some ancient fish scales as well. Seabird eggs from Marksburg. Can I can't send my cat to Marksburg yet, can I? I haven't found a cat in Marksburg, unfortunately. Probably could if I went back there, but oh well. Anyway, a lot of the jobs that are in there right now are kind of crap, so instead of that, let's go try to kill the Sting of Terror, Scorpactus. Fun. This is going to be a thing. I distinctly remember these monsters being tricky to deal with in this one, but I could be misremembering. I do know the trick to dealing with them now, but I don't know if I can do it reliably, unfortunately. Like, I'm trying to think now if we have access to enough skills in order to properly beat large monsters like this. I guess I can talk about it while I'm not in the middle of fighting them, so it doesn't take me the whole battle to articulate it. The way the large monsters work in this game is not exactly the same as the way that they worked in the first game. What you can do is a lot of them have weak points that you can hit, and you can see the weak points with Luger's reconnaissance skill. But you can either hit the weak point multiple times in order to basically put them in a knockdown state, or, excuse me, you can hit them with a total of 5 elements in short succession, and it will also put them in a knockdown state. When they're in a knockdown state, they will fall over for a little bit, then they'll get up, and they'll briefly take 300% of their normal damage before resetting to their normal non-knocked down state. And I believe if you start a power combo once they're in that knockdown state, I think it's, first of all, it's easier to do than it was previously. Previously, in their regular state, it would be almost impossible. But on top of that, if you start a power combo shortly after they get knocked down, because they'll get knocked down and they'll stay down, they won't like get juggled or anything like that from your hits when they're knocked down. When they stand up, you have a higher likelihood of getting them in a power combo, and then they will get juggled by your attacks. So I don't know if we'll be able to properly do that in the process of killing Scorpactus, but I think at this point we're strong enough to kill it, and I just went to Torvalon High Road instead of Alest. So I guess that shows where my head is right now. Oh well. But this will get us a decent chunk of money as well, so it'll get us closer to another bonus payment to Nova, which, I mean, I guess I could check by just pressing L2 how much I have left, but, it's okay. Either way, out into Alest High Road this time. But yeah, it's not going to be quite as simple as just waiting and then using Hungry Hunter, Crushing Blow, Hammer Toss, swapping, and doing all that stuff this time. It will be pretty tricky to get this guy knocked over. So we'll see what we can do. He does something else if you don't knock him over, as we'll see shortly, but we'll try to do what we can to him. Check my Orba while I'm here. Okay, well, Luger's getting quite high up on that. Jude's getting pretty high up on most of his stuff. Let's see. Spirit Circulation. Spirit Circulation has a chance to restore TP as well as HP, so that's pretty nice. It can turn Leia into something of a little bit of a battery in terms of that stuff, but honestly, I think this is probably what I'm more interested in getting for her is item knowledge, because it increases the effectiveness of stuff like apple gels and orange gels. And that will make her a very good auto item user. As a matter of fact, eventually she's probably going to be the only one that I want to use auto items because she just uses them more effectively. So, but we'll see. And Rowan, you're at 134 on that. I don't know if there's any food that I particularly care to eat right now from this guy. Because, I mean, I could eat minestrone, but I kind of want to save that for the next time I find a Bakura. I don't think he gives Gald, so I don't want to eat this Mabo curry just yet. There is a particular monster that we can find, a rare monster that we can find where Mabo curry will be useful to use on them, but I don't think they're available to fight for a little while yet. Again, I think it's almost like when you gain access to Fenmont, I think that's when they become available, because Fenmont's one of the last locations you can you gain access to in this game. So, I guess it makes sense. It was the first location in the last game, and then after the first being the first location for a few minutes, it became a fairly middle of the game kind of an area. So, all right, let's see what we can do against Scorpactus. Leia was going to say something. It's okay, though. Here we go. But yeah, probably don't want to access this guy until, yeah, I was gonna say, you guys might want to guard. Okay, but yeah, see how you hit him with a power hit, and then he goes underground? Makes fighting him a little bit more difficult, so.
You okay?
I'm gonna do this real quick. Okay, we did knock him down. Not bad. And see how we hit him with 5 elements there total? So that means that we just got a knockdown state for him, and now he takes huge damage. So you want to beat him up while he's taking all that extra damage. And try to get your crits while you're at it as well, because look at how much damage Crushing Blow was doing just there. That was way easier than I thought it was going to be. I remember that being a royal pain in the ass, but I guess with the Sledgehammer, I guess you could do that with Falling Thunder as well, but yeah, I guess with the Sledgehammer that makes it a lot easier, doesn't it? It's the thing from the intro, yeah, and it didn't give us nearly as much trouble as it was giving them in the intro. Maybe they were fighting the... No, never mind, I'll talk about that later. Most of the elite monsters you fight will have an iron stance and loads of HP, meaning that challenging them without proper preparation will surely lead to defeat. Apparently we had proper preparation this time. Several of the denizens around each job board may have information that can help you defeat these beasts, so be sure to talk to them. Yeah, that went swimmingly. But probably it went swimmingly because of the monstrous amount of critical hits I was getting. So that kind of helps. So. But yeah, the general gist of what I did when I was off screen in terms of getting elemental ores, I just kind of walked around these screens. I looked for the elemental ores that we had already found, and I just walked up to them and grabbed them and then moved on with my life. So there wasn't really a, you know, a super like interesting way that I did anything there. I just sort of walked around. So lottery procced again. I love when lottery procs. I'm going to say that every time. I'm sorry if that annoys anybody. What skill did you get, Luger? Oh, hang on. Is that Dexterity 2? It was Dexterity 2. And Jude got Quick Recover and Life Up, and Rowan got HP gain. Not bad. But yeah, gaining access to those extras, again, the way that it works is that you get, for your SP, you get half of the SP that's required to equip any new abilities that you get. So Luger just got 2 extra SP from getting Dexterity 2. Jude's getting more just from getting the other stuff. And actually, Life Up might be well worth equipping for him, to be honest. Quick Recover quickly when knocked down. That's okay. Not really a huge fan, but it's there. And we don't really care for Bottled Efficacy all that much. As for Rowan, HP gain is not really a big deal for me either. I might equip him with Yggdrasil in a minute. Just let me see what he's doing with Sunbeam real quick. Okay, once we get that to 230, I think once I do that, I'll work on Earth after that. I'll give him Stalactite so that he can work his way up with that. I might give Soot to Luger, to be honest, because we don't really have anything that can work on Dark Elemental stuff for right now, so it might be a good idea to give him that. You fucking smashed that Arachnid. Like, did it deserve that? No, probably not. I probably shouldn't have waited as long as I did. And to be honest, judging by how quickly we were able to destroy Shadow Rowan and Scorpactus, there's a distinct possibility that I might bump the difficulty up to hard. I'm probably going to regret that, but I'm thinking about it at the moment. I haven't done it yet, but I'm thinking about it. We'll see how it goes here in Helioborg, and then I'll be able to make a better decision. Anyway, we beat Scorpactus. We got 6,000 gold and 1,800 points. And that puts us very, very far away still from Wooden Seal, unfortunately, which means that Jolene's plea is going to be left on deaf ears again for quite a while. Again, why do these require you to have such a high title when they're just like, go kill one thing from the Torbalon High Road? Like, by the time I gain access to Wooden Seal here, I'm gonna be like level 20. I'll be able to kill these damn things in like one hit. So, you need 2 Noir Rare Brandy now, Wise Guy? Good lord, man. Well, actually, I can turn that one in. I've got 1 Ancient Fish Scale, so there you go. I have 2 of these now from beating Scorpactus as well, so might as well turn that in too. Why not? I'm gonna get called for a payment like immediately after this, but you know, it's okay, I guess. Maybe we should go back to Marksburg at some point and find that cat. I don't know. Do 1 fight on the highest difficulty at some point so we can see how bad it is. I think there's a difficulty above hard mode. I think Unknown is available, but I don't think it's available until New Game Plus, I want to say. I think you can like unlock it in New Game Plus, so since I don't have access to it, I mean, I could do a bonus episode, I guess, where we look at it, but since I don't have access to it, unfortunately, I don't think it'll be something we'll be... I just bumped the mic stand, sorry. I don't know if it'll be something we'll be able to actually do anything with, but it's there. I'm going towards Helioborg anyway, so I guess I might as well take this, because it's the only one left for Torbalon High Road. The rest is Alest High Road. But again, those will, whatchamacallit, those will eventually, every half an hour, I think, if I remember correctly, is when they respawn the jobs on the board. So, there you go. Do we want to fight Veywind Eye while we're at it as well? I don't know.
Bad news. It's payback time.
Great. Maybe we do, because now I'm broke again.
Blame me for your fate if you must. But don't forget, I have a heart of gold.
I mean, you have to, considering how much money I'm going to have to give you. But we get a bonus while we're here, so since I'm going to the apartment to heal anyway, I might as well go check the bonus as well. I think I mentioned it last time, but as you pay back the debt, you get bonuses in your mailbox back at your apartment. So it's a good idea to check the bonuses anyway, so you'll probably be coming back to the apartment quite often. And since that's the case, you may as well just walk upstairs and get the free heal, you know, so. Oh, good, kitty crisps. I guess that takes care of the one that I basically wasted, so. Oh, not Unknown. You will explode. You're just suppressing your PTSD from that vanilla Unknown run of Abyss. Yeah, that was still a hell of a thing. I still can't believe how ridiculously unbalanced that was, judging by the stories that you told me. Oh boy. Nova. Not again. I mean, I guess I could try fighting Veywind Eye, but I kind of want to wait to fight it. It's weird to say after I just absolutely demolished Scorpactus, but I kind of want to wait to fight it until after we're done with Helioborg, to be honest. Because I feel like that's about when you're in good shape to fight it. So I think I'm going to wait to do it until then. We should still be able to do it this episode, though, because I don't think Helioborg's going to take us another hour and 45 minutes to beat, so. And our quest to get through there takes us to Torbalon High Road, but all we got to do on the way is just beat those 8 Terra Mandragoras, because that's the only job that we've got going on, so. By the way, it's a good idea if you're heading towards a new destination after unlocking it from, you know, lifting your travel restrictions or whatever. It's a good idea to try to take jobs on the job board for the areas that are on the way to that place. Because if you're going that way anyway, you might as well get the extra points and money out of it and whatever rewards they want to give you, so. Look, Abyss has its difficulties balanced around the grade shop. Vanilla Unknown is literally a time sink and suicide. It took so long to get Liger Queen down to the point where Jade showed up, and he killed her in like 2 casts of Blessed Drops. And probably when he got in your party, he couldn't kill her in 2 casts of Blessed Drops because he immediately became underpowered. But yeah, the elemental ore respawns every time you leave an area completely and then come back, kind of similar to how the Jet Black Feathers respawned whenever I left the Zagat Flood Meadow and came back in the first game. So, yeah, that's a good way of doing stuff. Yeah, well. So yeah, just do some of that stuff if you're looking for stuff.
Your hammer sure packs a punch.
Sure does. Alright, so let's just keep grabbing a little bit of this, but generally speaking, I want to try to make my way to Xillia. You'll notice that I'm not prioritizing getting Rowan level restore as much as I did for Leia there. There were two reasons why I specifically wanted to prioritize Leia getting to level restore. The first reason was because it would also get her access to lottery, which is obviously incredibly useful for helping pay back your debt. But on top of that, there's also the fact that, well, Rowan will have a time where it will be more appropriate for us to get him level restore, because it'll also be an appropriate time to get a bunch of other people level restore. And that time is basically after Xillia Fortress, so we'll talk about that once we get there. There's the Baywind Eye up there taunting me. I hope there's a Terra Mandragora in this fight. There isn't. I don't have Chicken Run, though. I'll just fight these guys, whatever. God, the crits on Crushing Blow are so fucking powerful. Like, look at this. Okay, never mind, I couldn't do it because a Hungry Hunter's also very powerful. I'm going to fall into the Hungry Hunter loop just by virtue of the fact that it just works so well in this game. I'm so afraid of that happening because it's what everybody did on their first playthrough of this game, but I think it's going to happen anyway. I don't think I'm going to have a choice. You get it so early, and it's so strong. I mean, they basically hand you Beast in Chapter 3. Like, how could you not use it? Anyway, more Terra Mandragoras we need on the last screen there. Because I think we've only fought 2 so far. Maybe 3. No, actually I think it's 4 because I think we got 2 in the first fight. And then we've only gotten 1 from the other couple of fights after that. Another small pudding cake. Okay. Oop, hang on. Use the shortcut. There we go. I'll get it eventually. I swear I will. Alright, let's see here. That run was hell until about level 50. After that, things got better, and you finished that run near 120. I think 200 is the level cap as well, right? So that's a pretty high level, all things considered. Imagine everything but Tyr's first defensive spell doing 1 for the first 20 levels. They want you to use stuff like 10 times EXP from the grade shop. You can avoid using it by banning it. Yes, a test of your willpower. Great. I don't even know why I know that reference. I haven't played Endwalker. Probably because Cole told me it. Except I think it's a test of your reflexes, right? In the actual game. I don't know. Like I said, haven't played Endwalker. Might do it one day, just to mauled at it, but I haven't played it, so can't really say that I know it off the top of my head. Well, this is a fine kettle of fish. I guess I'll use Hammer Toss, even though it's incredibly TP intensive. This isn't, though. Oh, there we go.
Too easy.
Oh, good, lottery procced again. And we got pudding cakes. You can receive bonus experience by combo count how quickly you finish the battle, finishing the battle without taking damage, and winning an encounter link battle. Game, I can't encounter link yet. I would really like to, because it would make getting through these areas a lot easier and killing these things for the jobs a lot faster, but I cannot currently encounter Link. Oh, that's 3 Terra Mandragoras. Hell yeah, dude. This'll help.
A most heightened performance.
You too.
Unfortunately, my blood pressure has risen as well.
Not again! Okay, we already talked about the strategy menu. And I'm stronger now. Level 12, even. Jude got SP +2. Oh, how am I doing on those, by the way? I should check the enemy data to see if I've gotten all the... Okay, that's done. That's done. That's done, but we can't see it yet because Alvin's not in the party. That's also done, but we still can't see it because Alvin's also not in the party. And by the way, Bakuras can be found either on this screen of Torbalon High Road. Let me just show you. Or the one that basically the one that's closest to Xillia. You could also find it on the Alest High Road, closer to Duval. I don't know if you could find them in other places, but those are the places where I know you can find them because that's where I've found them. So I wouldn't recommend trying to beat 15 of them just yet, though. I would wait a little while in the game to beat 15 of them until... When do you get all the characters? Probably chapter 10, I think, is when you have access to all the characters. So then you can equip all of them with allium orb extractors and get the most bang for your buck from elemental ore-wise. So, yes, but you finished your story. You'd need to either retcon that splendidly done ending or you made, or make a new character. Well, to be fair, I do have another character that I have as an alt. If you search, and this is still true because even though I don't have the account right now because I don't have my subscription up, the character is still there. If you search the name Cleo Quetra on the character search for Final Fantasy XIV, and I'm not joking, that's the name of the character, Cleo Quetra. That is my character on Primal. That's my alt on Primal. And that character is a hell of a lot of fun to play, if I'm honest.
Aww, that's it?
Because I made it a priority. Basically what I did was I said, okay, you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to get the racing Chocobo mask. So now I'm going to theme an entire character around the racing Chocobo mask, and the results were as glorious as I expected them to be honest. So I could just use her to beat Endwalker, to be fair. So. Oh, more kitty crisps. That's nice. Alright, but we gotta get to Helioborg. Do I beat these guys? Since they're harassing me while I try to... Oh, god damn it, I got more poop. I got more dung. I guess I'm just gonna save and then walk right in. It doesn't matter. So... Even if they're chasing me, I can run faster. Like this. Actually, I think I run at about the same speed, to be fair. Okay, anyway, let's continue with the main story. Knock these 2 chapters out pretty quick here today. Spyrite goes haywire. Well, after the last chapter, that is not the title that you want to see in your chapter name.
Stop right there. Authorized personnel only.
What happened?
I'm authorized. I'm the doctor on staff
I
here.
didn't realize it was you. Well, you see...
Damn it. Someone really did a number on the security system. No way.
Well, that explains most of what I need to know.
Well,
Hey, buddy.
the honor
Nice
student.
ascot.
Great timing. You even brought Rowan and Leia, huh?
That's the plan, yeah. So yeah, he doesn't comment on that if you haven't done the Marksburg section first, but he does if you do.
Yeah. Which trapped a bunch of Riza Maxian Goodwill ambassadors.
Balin
Great.
was showing him around, so he's there too.
So this feels like deja vu.
You'll give us a hand?
Yeah,
Yes,
sounds
we
like
have some
fun.
business with Balin.
We have to make sure that Exodus isn't harassing him
You know, this
or
is all
something.
more of Exodus's handiwork. I used to count myself among their members. Still want to trust me?
What a loaded question to ask someone that you just met. If Jude trusts you, then I trust you.
You really are one of Jude's friends, aren't you?
I mean, he's the first friend that I made on the train, so...
What about you, Alvin?
Yeah.
Aren't you one of Jude's friends?
Tough to say.
Maybe we should
Yes,
ask
he
Jude.
is, and he knows it.
Well,
He
he's
just
a
likes to
pretty
mess with
sketchy
all of
boy.
us. That's a
Kid's
good
got
way
a
of
good
looking
head on
at
his
it there,
shoulders.
L.
Let's break this down. Where are Balin and the tour group being held captive?
Up on the development wing.
Okay.
And security is handled from where?
Top floor of the research wing.
So we go there
We'll split
first,
into 2
and
groups
then we
then.
go...
Leia
Oh,
and
okay.
I
I
will
guess that
handle
can
the
work too.
control room.
Keep the hostages in one piece, okay?
Sounds like a plan. So yeah, Rowan and Leia will run off, which means unfortunately we won't gain
Let's get
access
this
to that
done
affinity
ASAP.
boost with Leia just yet. But that's okay. We'll be able to use it in a little bit. So, Alvin, please. Well, Luger, Jude, and Alvin are our party members now, so the boys are back in town. Let's see what we can buy from this vending machine. Why does the vending machine look like a Kingdom Hearts vending machine? Is that just me, or am I not so crazy? I don't know. I think I'm gonna buy a couple of these, honestly. I don't remember if we can get status from the boss of this area, but I'm gonna do it anyway, just because. Excuse me. And I think I might keep the dark bottles, because we might be able to use them for something in this game, unlike them just excuse me again, collecting dust in our inventory like in the last one. So, you know, I probably could sell this Claricite and Lumicite that we have as well to get a little extra cash, because you can get this from the Kitty Dispatch, and honestly, later on in the game, it's a lot easier to get this stuff, so it becomes a pretty decent seller. So maybe I'll keep that in mind. Anything else I've got? I guess I could sell the Ex Machina whiskey as well. But you never know when someone's going to ask for this stuff, so sometimes it's useful to keep it. I would recommend keeping Claricite, because I think we can actually use that for something later that I would like to make with it. But I forget. I'll have to look at the thing again. There's a list that I can get up, but we can't really do the thing that I want to do with it just yet. So since we can't do the thing that I want to do just yet, I don't want to explain what it is if I can't do it yet, so we'll talk about it when I actually can do it, you know. Alvin, what do you come equipped with? Broadsword, leather helm, hard mail. I should have bought more boots, because you're going to be very slow as a result of being Alvin, but that's okay. We'll make it work. What does he come with allium orb-wise either? Does he come with the fire one? He does come with the fire one, Spark. So that's cool. And you can access everybody's allium orbs from, you know, wherever they are, no matter if they're in the party or out. So it might be a good idea to just give him Yggdrasil so that he can get access to the level 1 stat skills, to be honest. Jude's in good shape here. He'll get Frostbreaker pretty soon. Yeah, he just needs water for the moment to get access to Frostbreaker. And like I said, that's the main one that I'm worried about getting for him. So Mind Up is coming up pretty soon as well. So yeah, let's give Alvin Yggdrasil so he can get access to level 1 stuff. I'll do it for Rowan as well once he gets back in the party, but for now we'll give that to Alvin just to get him started. And then we'll give Jude Droplet, I think, because we don't have anything that can get him any more for that, right? No, we can't. I mean, we could give him Glacier while Leia's not in the party, I guess. Nah, I'll just leave him on Droplet. That's fine for now. And Luger, you can just keep sticking with Soot, because I think the other stuff... I mean, I guess Spark isn't too bad, because Crimson Fury is a pretty good skill. It allows you to use... I mean, it's kind of TP intensive, but it allows you to get enemies knocked up in the air with a Fire Elemental skill. And if you use it 100 times, you can use it in midair. So you can knock enemies up in the air with the L1 plus attack button. Well, function shift plus attack button, in my case L1 plus square, to knock them up in the air. Then Crimson Fury to knock them even higher into the air and prevent them from like teching out or something, because the higher up they go, the less likely they are to accidentally touch the ground and tech out of your attacks. But you know, we'll figure that out later. I'll just stick with Soot for now. I like Spirit and Stamina. So love how Alvin will never outgrow being a shit. I mean, it's just a part of his character, so it's really hard for him to outgrow it. So but yeah, he's pretty good to start with. He's got, what does he got right now? Probably Guardian Field, yeah, okay. Oh, we got Shimmering Toll, nice, and Spirit Circulation. That's good. Yeah, he's got Guardian Field, Demon Fang, and Tiger Blade to start with, and he starts with a little bit of Fire experience? Fire and Earth, actually, so that's interesting. Wonder what, where he got the Earth Elemental ore from. Oh well. Doesn't matter for now. We'll just run through this place. And as nice as it is to see Alvin back in the party, I would play as him, but... Well, first of all, we don't have access to Pulse Shot, and second of all, he'll have his chance to shine later on, as will all of the characters, because I'm planning on doing something that most people would probably consider to be really, really stupid over the course of the game, particularly
little lady.
with side quests.
I'm not little.
I feel like him and Elle are going to get along about as well as him and Elise did in the first game, so that's just great. All right. Let's check this place out, see if there's anything interesting to be had in here. Maybe a pair of boots or something. Oh, Peach Pie. That's very powerful for this point in the game. I don't know why they'd hand that to me. Maybe that book that they had in the first game. Was that on this floor or was that in a different section? I don't remember. Well, either way. That's... Ooh, hang on. The Scroll of Zume. Here it is again. Hang on. I should read the whole thing. The Scroll of Zume, the prescribed land. A prescribed land concealed within a shell, never to be touched, never to be spoken of. A primeval world, never to be touched, never to be spoken of. Man must shun it. Spirits must be ever silent. Its secrets thou must keep. But who is thou? Good question. Maybe we'll figure it out later. You don't have access to pulse shot, so Alvin can't get out his get smoked hat. Yeah, and that makes me very upset. Because I really liked the stupid edit that I did for that thumbnail with the get smoked hat. I think, actually, to be honest, too, if I remember correctly, I think they nerfed pulse shot in this game. So that's just awful. But, you know, I guess it happens when things are as powerful as pulse shot was in the first game, so... Now, Alvin has an advantage in here because most of the enemies in here are weak to gunshots, and, well, he has gunshots available, so... I'll just do Disintegration and Falling Thunder or this to break his guard. Thank you. No, he resists this, so I don't know why I keep whacking him with it. He's taking almost no damage from it. So... Oh, and you know, I just thought of the other thing. Because Leia's not in the party, I don't get access to Lottery. But yeah, as in the first game, Alvin gets access to Breaker as his partner skill, which helps out with enemies that like to guard a whole bunch, like that guy, the heavy guy with the knuckles that was just there, so... You laughed at the thumbnail because you hadn't seen that hat in a decade? Yeah, I mean, that's probably about right. I mean, probably the last time it was seen was when we were playing Persona 5 for the stream, so...
Yeah, cover me.
Probably right about then. Well, he said charge, so... I actually don't know what arts I can have Alvin do linked arts with, so let's take a look. Nothing from the dual blades, so that's fun. What about here? Nothing again. Oh boy, Alvin, we need to work on our teamwork here. I guess we could just link charge before that, so. I kind of like to roll the stick from forward to down when I do Falling Thunder like that. It's one of the reasons why I like to keep it on, whatchamacallit, down, and my skills at knockdown I like to keep on left and right because it just makes it a natural progression.
Maybe you didn't need me after all.
Yeah, I don't know about that. You use Breaker to pretty good effect there. But yeah, so I like to kind of use my knockdowns on left and right so that way I can roll the stick down to use stuff like Falling Thunder or Crushing Blow. Not always the case, because Hungry Hunter's just on regular hits, but that's because Hammer Toss moves from left to right and right to left, so it, you know, it helps a little bit. I don't think we needed all those orange gels, but I'll take them.
How many bullets do these bastards have? It sucks being the only good guy who can shoot back, you know?
If only there was someone around who could give me a gun!
Looks like I'm bailing you guys out in the nick of time!
I hate that Ivor's the one that gets to do this, but
you call that a
here we go.
I even brought you guys these wonderful toys.
I'd be careful with those. You're from Riza Maxia, so
I thought the safeties were on.
You don't know how to use them.
As you probably figured out, these beauties are way unpredictable.
Maybe don't point them at me. Yeah,
now
really.
For some target practice. Shoot first and ask questions later.
Beasley told you to be my target practice? It's like my dream come true. A tutorial battle where I get to murder Ivor with guns?
Better get your guns ready.
I really hope that isn't taken out of context. Let's swap the dual pistols. But yeah, so if you use L1 and circle, you can cycle between the blades and then the sledgehammer and then the pistols and then back to the blades if you use L1, or actually no, if you, yeah, it is. If you hold L1 then press R2, it's that order that they show on the screen. Blades, then pistols, then sledgehammer, then back to blades. L1, then circle, it goes blades, sledgehammer, pistols, blades. So dual pistols are actually pretty nice in this game. They hit from long range. You're really slow when using them though, so be a little bit careful and definitely attack from range with them. And yeah, they let you move while attacking, which is different from what you might expect. But yeah, if enemies are far away and they're melee oriented, it might be a good idea to shoot them. And on top of that, they're actually pretty good TP batteries because of the fact that there's two of them, and you can get some skills later to increase the firepower to where there's more than 2 bullets per shot. So that makes them pretty you know, nice for getting TP back.
Because we are gonna have a blast.
Please stop.
You get it? A blast, like from a gun.
You don't need to explain.
I'm going to shoot you now. I don't know when I'll stop. What do we got on here? Crossfire, Bubble Blast, Rolling Thunder, and Bubble Blast. That's it. Okay, how do we want to do this? So Rolling Thunder, I'd probably set on left and right. It moves you up and down, though, so maybe not, actually. Maybe I'll set it down here instead. Bubble Blast can just be here. Crossfire is a critical hit on a downed enemy. Can I down him with my guns? I mean, I guess I could just swap back to the sledgehammer and knock him down, then swap to the guns and crossfire him? I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so definitely don't want to get hit by Phantom Edge again. Set a trap for him. Okay, let me break out of this real quick. There we go. Try to get out of his way again. Probably shouldn't be directly in his face with it, but you know. I missed. Good. But yeah, just like in the first game, you can't dodge Phantom Edge just by guarding. So.
Maybe even smooth enough to get your debt paid.
Damn. Didn't expect that kind of a burn, L. You're holding your own against Ivor here with all those burns, huh? I should recruit you to the party. Anyway, for using Yggdrasil to great effect already, we get access to some new gun arts as well, now that we've got the gun. Rapid Burst, Zero Divide, and I guess that's it for now. Cool. Is Ivor still being a butt monkey? Yeah, Beasley actually hired him to be a butt monkey. He quite literally said, I could use someone with your sense of humor to be one of my junior spurious agents. I believe that was the exact quote. I could be wrong, but that was last episode. So he's being paid now to be a butt monkey. Isn't that fancy? And I couldn't even get into the company because Julius failed me on the exam. Isn't that great? Ivor got the job I wanted.
Anyone else would be dead by now.
I don't know about that one.
You okay there, Ivor?
Huh. Better than some phony who keeps sticking his nose into everyone's business.
Beasley gave me a bulletproof vest so I wouldn't die when you shot me. This time. Bye.
Mr. Handmaid's as charming as ever.
Yeah, I guess. I'd rather he leave me alone, but hey, if he's gonna give me cool shit to blow people up with, I guess I can't really complain too loudly. I should go straight in the direction that I'm going here to see if there's a treasure chest, honestly, because we just came in through the door on my left. And I think, actually, if I go behind me, I think that's the wing where Leia and Rowan are headed up. So, I don't know, figure that out. But can I encounter Link now? Let's find out. We're gonna get them together enough to do it. Hello. Come on. Nope. No encounter link, or that would have been an encounter link. So. But yeah, you may have noticed that now Alvin has access to a link art with us because we have guns. And it's mortar fire, so it's pretty damn powerful. But yeah, the guns are pretty good here. They do good power hits. They're kind of a little more TP efficient, to be honest, as well, so that's kind of nice.
Super easy.
Easy.
Ease. You copying me?
Maybe.
I love that one. That's a fun one. I got Trickster. I don't know how, but I got Trickster. Some elemental ore. And what do I have food-wise? I should probably eat. I should probably eat this peach pie, to be honest, because everybody's kind of low on their TP now. So let me eat that real quick, and then... Oh yeah, I should probably set up Alvin's strategy too, shouldn't I? Let's do that. Spread out. Yeah, probably leave it up to you in this case. Do what you can, store TP, link in normal battles, act freely. Don't use, and use. That's fine for now, anyway. Alright, off we go. Can't wait till we get access to encounter. Oh my god, it's a Spyrix sentry. I hope it doesn't, like, beam me while I'm at this. Yeah, that did a lot of damage. 350 on one Bubble Blast? I'll take it. I'm approaching. He's approaching me now. Do I get anything for Crossfire with Alvin? No, that's okay.
Hey, nice fight.
Lots of elemental ore, though, so that's nice. And we're all back to full on TP. That's good. Alright, well, anyway, just keep going. This guy's gonna be... Never mind, I thought he was gonna be trickier to get around, but that's okay.
Try shooting it.
Creep in. Catch both of them with it. Mortar Fire's kind of the new, whatchamacallit in this one. At least for now, anyway. It's the new, Force Wave. That's what I'm looking
just
for.
got stronger.
Nice. So that gets him access to some new abilities. Skills, that is. So let's equip some of them. Leia got item knowledge and bonus extension. So yeah, you'll notice that even if characters are outside of the party, they'll still earn points from the allium orbs that they have equipped. So keep those equipped on them. It can't hurt. So you can only help them along. You have 13 points, so let's just equip like all of these. And yeah, we might need magic guard, so I think solid guard's gonna have to wait, unfortunately, but that's okay. I do want to eventually equip dexterity too, I think, on Luger. Especially now, it might be a good idea to use, to be honest, because his guns are primarily, their damage, I think, primarily comes from dexterity, so. After L1 plus square, your weapons will auto-swap. I don't think I want that. Can unleash a new sledgehammer attack when you use Outlander. I don't use Outlander, so I'm not going to worry about that. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of... It's one of the things that in this particular game I'm kind of iffy about. There was a lot of skills in Tales of Xillia 1 that you could just equip fairly efficiently. In this game, it feels like there's less skills that I'm actually concerned about equipping. Like, it's not that they necessarily took some of them away, it's that they gave them more restrictive SP costs, and SP's harder to come by in this one. So I just end up equipping a more generalized skill set for a lot of people, and it almost makes the skills a little bit more boring than the first game, I guess.
Where is this feeling
I'm gonna
guy
have
anyway?
to see, but...
If I were Balin, where would I slink off to hide?
The same place he hid last time, Malvin. We'll get there in a minute. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to see as we go forward in the game, but it feels like what's going to end up happening is that we're going to end up equipping less skills because SP's harder to come by. Excuse me. Good. I got rid of his ability to use skills. That's good, I guess.
And that's a wrap.
My poor bubble, it won't ever pop. Oh well. But we'll check out all these sections before we go to the next area. Oh, 1,200 gold, that'll help with the payments. We're almost we're over halfway to the next payment already, so that's good. We probably won't quite get there before the end of this chapter, because this chapter's not that long, but, you know. And there is the third and final generic Link attack in this game, Link Cannon. It is, again, kind of a miniature Force Wave. That's locked. Okay, well, I guess we'll not go that way. Yeah, it's kind of a miniature Force Wave again. I don't think it's quite as good because it can't hit... I don't think it can hit multiple times, unfortunately, but yeah, there are a couple of options that you have for line AoEs in this one, so... I still prefer Force Wave, but Jude and Alvin probably won't be in the party as much in this game as they were in the previous game. So we're going to have to find other options to fulfill our Force Wave quota. I'm going to have to figure that one out, but we'll see. This way actually leads to Rusal High Road, which is not currently available to us. So before we go there, let's go see if this other door's locked, because that's where Rowan and Leia went. Maybe. We'll find out. But first, some elemental ore. Oh, good, Alvin got an art. I'll worry about everybody's arts later. It was mostly Rowan where I care in terms of the art that I want him using, because I don't really want him using any physical arts, so... catch as many of them as I can. But yeah, see, that gets...
We have no limits.
A few hits off on the enemies in front of you if you can get them in a line. And that makes it really nice, at least in my opinion. Oh, this one isn't locked. Okay, interesting. I mean, I guess this is the main way that you'd want to go to begin with, because that door is the door that you want to go through. Hello. Why don't we get a stun off on you? Yeah, see how I can move towards him when I, whatchamacallit? When I use my, left and right attacks. Like, if you just press the button, if you're just holding down the attack button, you'll just attack from a standstill. But if you move left or right, I think we're gonna need to get you a pistol permit first, Elf. Or a toy gun would probably be more appropriate.
Watch out!
Oh, hello. Wait, that spell looks familiar.
That's the last of them.
Elise!
Ah, good. The party is back together.
Buddy's here too!
Wait, so those Goodwill ambassadors were actually...
Yeah.
Your school teachers?
And I were picked to represent Riza Maxia.
Okay, well, that's a cool job. Nice to meet you. I know what they want me to say here. Were those spirit art? Well, yeah, duh, Luger. She's from Riza Maxia. We'll say this one, even though that's a little bit of a creepy thing to say to somebody on the first way to talk to them. But I think this one's the one that gets you points. It is, so... Yeah, if you see the character portrait below it. Yeah, there you go. What?
So, Jude, are these friends of yours?
I mean, would you have preferred me to say the other thing where everyone would have been like, well, yeah, she's from Riza Maxia, so what do you expect? Well, that wasn't very nice.
Cheapo's not gonna hurt you. Play nice, okay? Okay. Maybe later.
What, not a big fan of Elise and Tipo, L? You think she's gonna take over the resident cute girl thing from you or something?
Elise was so brave, she got all her classmates into a room that was safe.
What convinced you to bring Tipo along today anyway?
He got all the bad guys to chase after him, so the rest of us could run and hide.
Isn't he the guy with the broken leg?
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of hard for him to outrun the enemies because he's got the broken leg?
Of course. What's the matter, Elle? Are you afraid of thunder?
There's a lot of thunder around here, young lady. She had a bad experience with thunder. Elise? Oh, that's not good. Not again.
Did you feel that?
Yeah, the filter's back. Fun. This always seems to happen when Elle gets spooked. I wonder if it's related to her in some way.
I'm not afraid. Thunder is just
Sure sounded like it. Oh, good. I'm glad they put that joke into the Tales games.
That's the wrong way. I knew that.
Don't walk off without us, young lady. Ow. Jude, first aid. Oh, wait, you don't know first aid. Use healer. Okay, I guess they're not going to worry about her tripping on her face. That death glare from Elle. Did she just open a fucking rip in reality? I'm sorry, this child is scary. Yeah, and we still don't know how she's doing it either, do we? But I guess we'll figure it out eventually. Okay, what the hell? Head to the roof of the research wing, see if we can find Balin. So we want to go that way, but now all of these other doors are unlocked. So I think before we go save, I'm going to go check these other sections out, because why the hell not? Might as well. All these fancy other vortex enemies. Okay, these ones are still weak to guns, so that's actually pretty helpful. Like I said, want to try to get them in a line. If you can, try to do it while you're using Rolling Thunder to get them into a line, and then just blast the hell out of them. So, yeah. So, and that's now that we have all three of Luger's weapons. That's the last of Luger's weapons, by the way. He has a total of 3. He's got the blades, the pistols, and the sledgehammer. Depending on the person you're linked with, they'll have an ideal weapon for their linked arts, basically. So because Alvin is primarily the gun guy, if you have your guns out, it will make it easier to use linked arts with him. In Jude's case, it's usually pretty easy with your swords, which is kind of interesting for Jude, because I think that makes him an exception to the rule. Usually when they have access to strike elemental attacks, it's better with the hammer. But, yeah, I think that's more Leia's thing. And then with Elise, I don't remember. I think it's with swords as well, but I could be wrong. We got Deadeye now, though. And I think that's just an upgrade from Rolling Thunder, if I remember correctly. I don't remember exactly what Deadeye does, so I guess we can go check it out. What happened to the people? Why are there mecha scorpions now? I'm sorry, I'm having a panic attack. There will never be a character like Luger again. We'll see why later. Yeah, that's true. Sorry to hear you're having a panic attack. I hope it passes pretty soon for you there. But yeah, I guess Exodus isn't here in this hole in reality. I don't know. I would have to guess, and when dealing with holes in reality, guessing is usually not a good idea. Okay, but Elise brings along Undertow, which is kind of a nice extractor. It gives her access to water and dark, which gives her some decent stuff. Dark Brush. She actually gets, like most casters in this game, she actually gets access to more martial arts as well. Like, for example, Rowan gets access to a couple of new arts. Oh, he doesn't need Sunbeam anymore. Let's give him Stalactite so he can work on level restore. But yeah, so they get a few more martial arts now, so they can actually function in both situations, in both in melee combat and out of it. So what do you get from this? Lucky item might not be too bad actually for you, so I might swap you over to Lightning Bolt. And then what else have we got? You get stamina from that. Did we get Spirit yet? I think we did get Spirit. I'm gonna have to look now though, because it's not listed there now, so I gotta imagine we did. We didn't. Okay. I don't know why it's not showing it. Oh, whatever. Anyway. Probably going to swap Elise off to Yggdrasil now, so that way she can gain access to the level 1 stat skills. I would like to get Alvin access to level restore, but is that even listed here? It's not at the moment, but I think if we swap him over to something like, say, Glacier or something like that, it might be in there somewhere. Unless he already has access to it, which I don't think he did. No, he doesn't. Okay. And neither do you, for that matter. So, yeah, we'll give Elise Yggdrasil, and then we'll have Alvin use something else that'll get him closer to level restore. So, and I don't think it'll list it. Oh, it does list it here for you. All right. What do you come with, Elise, in terms of stuff? Okay, so just a little bit from Undertow, and so dark and light. That's fine. I guess that makes sense. She is the healer and the dark element user, after all. For you, a punishing shot wouldn't be too bad either. But yeah, let's go with Sunbeam for you for now, and then we'll keep Rowan lurking on that until he gets access to level restore. But yeah, that's usually my plan in the beginning of this game: is prioritize getting level restore first, then all of the level 1 stats if possible, and then from there I don't really have a plan at the moment, so I guess we'll figure that out as we go. He might get more martial arts, but are you using any outside of Meteoric Waltz? Actually, Meteoric Waltz combos with a halfway decent new art that he gets in this game that he couldn't use in battle, specifically in the first game. We'll talk about that later. when I actually use Rowan, because there's a pretty good art that he gets that we'll probably end up using, to be honest. So, all right, let's set Elise up. We'll stick to spread out since that seems to work pretty well in this game. Yeah, do what you can is where I want you at there. Link in normal battles, act freely, do not use, and then use. Okay. And now, the unfortunate part about chapters 4 and 5 is that because there are so many more allies that you gain access to from them, you will have a lot more affinity to balance than just Jude or Leia or any of those, because now all of a sudden it's like, hey, you've got Rowan and Alvin and Elise in the party, so now basically almost all of the gang is here. The only one missing from the first game is Mila, but we know why she's missing, so you won't have to balance hers, but you will have to balance the other ones, so it's just more than usual, I guess. Alright, can you two link up here? Nope. Still don't have access to encounter links, so that's unfortunate, but we'll see what we can do. If I roll this way, I will. Good.
Let's show him. Are you okay?
I'm here!
What are we healing them with?
Chibo can turn into a backpack. Yep. Hey, I got my
Oh.
own backpack too. What's inside of it? Pretty stones I found.
Well, I'm glad you two seem to be hitting it off now.
Guess who
I was going to
just
say,
got
what did
stronger?
Tipo eat, but, well, if he used Tipo Drain in the last battle at all,
Bigger and better.
that's what he ate. So, but yeah, I think since we're not going to be able to do encounter links just yet, I might fight a few enemies, but not like a huge ton, you know. I'm just looking for the endpoints of all of these places right now. Like, I know we can't go out to Rizal High Road at the moment, because it definitely won't let us, but I guess I can go to here. Grab more ore. Get Elise more skills. She probably just got, like, all of her... hang on. No, she did not. She's not quite at 50 and everything just yet, but once she is, it'll be a little bit easier. I'll fight this guy now, since I'm heading in that direction. Wow, that was a quick jump he just did there to get moving.
Your loss.
Hope you don't mind.
Time for some fun.
Yeah, you got it. So cool.
You are not allowed to shoot just yet, Elle. We'll let you shoot when you're a little older. But yeah, Elise has access to a different starting dark art in this game, Dark Gaze, which is, it's just basically a small line AoE attack that deals dark elemental damage. They learned just how strong Negative Gate was in the previous game, and they said, maybe that's a little too powerful for her very first dark art, so let's give her something else, and so they gave her Dark Gaze instead. So, I guess it all works, but, you know, maybe Negative Gate worked a little too well. Alright, so that's probably all her level 1 skills right there, but we'll fight this fight first before we
I won't hold back.
Oh good, Vortex Wolf. I was kind of hoping to hit the other guy too, but, you know.
Hey, nice fight.
Cowards, Negative Gate is one of your favorite spells for a reason. Yeah, it's really strong. It's still really strong in this one, although I think it... No, actually, I don't think it got nerfed now that I think about it. It's just slightly less powerful than it was in the previous game because you get access to it later. So, yeah, I guess that's it, to be honest. We might use that Mabo Curry in here
any
with
of
the
the
enemies,
boys at
honestly.
school catch your eye?
If they did, I certainly wouldn't tell you.
Oof. Hitting back, Elise. Give it to him. Alright, so that takes care of that. Let's see if we can go through that door over there and the other door that's over by the top where we need to go. And then we'll go from there. I don't know, these wolves might actually catch up with me, though, to be honest. So I guess I don't mind if one of them does.
Try shooting it! Try shooting it!
catch a whole bunch of them while we're at it. Oh. Probably should have had Jude link up there, but that's okay. I don't think it's gonna, yeah, it's only gonna hit one. Oh no, it hit both.
We have no limits.
Not
You're
bad.
getting stronger.
Alright, Jude got Frostbreaker. Perfect. That will give him some good skills to use. Where do I want him to go now in terms of his stuff? Usually I like to try to keep these about even, but that's kind of difficult to do right now because certain things are available in certain places, and yeah, it's just easier sometimes to just go for broke on some of them. Maybe getting Mind Up wouldn't be a bad idea on him, and we're not using Undertow currently, so... Usually what I try to do is I try to go for the one that gives access to the most skills. Like, if it's just, like, one thing, I'm like, okay, well, I don't know if I need to prioritize that. It's like, oh, this gives 3 things. Let's try that. But, I mean, obviously, in this case, the one that would give access to the most skills is just Yggdrasil, so... I can't be giving that to everybody, you know? So... Gotta spread that bad boy out. Alright, so HP gain, dexterity, and intelligence, strength, vitality, agility, dexterity. So let's just kind of... I can't equip all of these on you right now. Okay. Agility, psych. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. But yeah, ideally we want to be able to equip all of those if we can, so we'll work on that. Do the enemies in here give me any SP bonuses? I don't think so, right? Let me see. No. So you'll notice that, though, in certain main chapters, when things happen where L breaks holes in reality like that, the enemies in those areas do not give you, and actually in this case, Exodus members as well, do not give you SP bonuses when you defeat certain ones. Usually that happens when the enemy is only available at certain times. So, like, if they're only available for a certain period of time in Helioborg Research Station before they disappear forever, that you don't get an SP bonus. So you don't, that way you don't have to grind that up, you know. So... Yeah, the DLC Allium Orb is the best one. That's not surprising. No, not in the least. And again, you can get access to it later on in the game as well, but by that point, it's like... I don't know. I would have rather had access to it earlier. I'd rather make good use of it early in the game than not. I mean, I did purchase it with real-world money. I think it was only like $2 as well at the time, so that shows you just how far DLC and microtransactions in games have come, considering that one was only that cheap. And, well, you know, some things nowadays, like $2 doesn't get you shit in DLC nowadays, so. I wonder if you're actually meant to go this way. Like, I wonder if most people don't go this way, and so they didn't really put anything there. That proscribed land scroll probably should be here, judging by what just happened when Elle did what she did, but that... We can't really know that off the top of our heads just yet, you know what I mean? Like, because we don't understand exactly what's going on, so it's kind of hard to just be like, yeah, so that should be happening, but it's not. Oh, well. Oh, Elise, what arts did you start with again? Variable trigger, Terror Rupture, that's nice. We're going to get this off and this off. Pixie Circle and Dark Gaze will work for now, because those are the main things that I want you using. And then Strat. Where did we stick you? We already did this part, but did I stick you anywhere in the formation? Alvin, why are you all the way out there? Where do I want you to go? Probably here, because what's going to happen is they're going to stick Leia here. So basically, each character can't occupy the same spot as another character, so because they're going to stick Leia here now, I'm probably just going to stick Alvin here. I might move Jude as well, honestly, since... he's not a part of the main party that I'm going to be using. It might be better to kind of spread him out too. And same thing with Elise. She's not part of the main party that I'm going to be using, so I might spread out the people that aren't in the main party. And then stick... Basically, this T around Luger is going to be for the main party members, and then everybody else can kind of go off in different directions. So, but we'll figure that out later. So, not too concerned about it for now. Anyway, where haven't we headed? We didn't go up through that door, so let's head up through that door because it'll connect to the door that'll take us upstairs. And then we can move right along. Oh, hello. Didn't catch dodge all of them that time. That's okay. I guess I could have dodged that by using Rolling Thunder, couldn't I? Oh well.
It's tough carrying stuff around all the time. You sure said it. Luger's lucky he has no weight on his shoulders.
Yeah. That's a pretty good one, too. Sounds like getting a perfect file in Final Fantasy VII, stealing 99 of an item you get from a limited enemy. Yeah. Glad I never did any of that. Because that would have driven me absolutely insane. Well, more insane than I already am. You know how that goes. Alright, let's open up this door. By the way, I'm not too concerned in terms of the experience amounts that we have, because what happens in this game, in order to make it so that it's not like you'll have problems with the enemies that you... But like, because basically when things like what happened with Elle just there, or what happened in Chapter 4 where she rips holes in reality by accident, when those things happen, you're stuck here. And you can't go back to buy items or level up or grind or anything like that like you could in Xillia 1. You could just leave an area if it was too challenging for you, and then you just could go grind up and then you could come back if it was too tough. That's not available in this game. You get 110% stuck wherever you are. So, because of that, they actually scale the levels of the enemies in this game based on the level that you were at when you entered the area. So all of these enemies are about level 13 now. So that should allow us to take care of them without too much challenge, because we'll always be at least at their level, if not above it. So, what was that, the point of that? Oh yeah, so you don't have to worry about like getting too many levels, because basically since the enemies scale based on your level when you go into main chapters like this, you don't have to worry about hitting certain level thresholds, so I'm not too concerned about fighting enemies because, well, I'm not worried about my level being too low at the moment. It'll be whatever, the enemies will be whatever my level is, so, you know, makes it a little easier.
Hey, you sense something weird?
Yeah, every time I look at you.
That is not what Tipo meant there, Elle, but the sense something weird thing might be the mana upstairs, which would mean only one thing, and that's not a good sign. Tipo versus Rollo. Oh boy.
It's nice to meet you. I understand that you're Luger's cat.
Hey there, I'm Tipo.
I don't know if this is gonna work out.
My, what a splendid belly you have there.
Never mind, it might work out. Never mind, she doesn't like belly rubs.
In a good way.
Tipo, you have to try to get along.
Isn't Tipo just
Your
you?
soft paw pads and my soft body, we're comrades in squishiness. Oh my gosh, Rollo's paw pads are so... Oh my gosh.
You're more delightfully squishy than Tipo.
Oh boy.
We've been beaten.
Teach me your squishy ways, master.
As usual, Rollo is being the best cat, so I guess there's no real shock there. You can't really beat Rollo. She's kind of the queen of the castle, if we're all being honest here. Like, there's just no way you can compete. Sorry, Tipo, but you've been replaced. Well, I don't know if replaced is the right word, but you know. Can I actually use the elevator right now? I can. That might be a bad sign, though, honestly. Alvin and Elise. I'll watch this before I go back downstairs.
Looks like you've had quite a makeover there, Elise.
She got a new school uniform.
Dressel brought me these clothes for my Olympias trip.
Well, it'll let you blend in a
And
little
she and her
bit.
friends at school all got matching ribbons.
That's
Look at
cool.
you being all social.
What about you? For a merchant, you look kinda shifty.
I mean, he is kind of wearing the V-neck a
My
little
partner
bit.
is the nice guy type, so I get to be the bad cop. What can I say? The role fits.
I suppose.
Look at you being all social.
I see Tipo is with you again.
Yeah, she locked me away for a while there.
Locks you in a
And I
box.
promised we'd show each other our plush dolls on this trip.
She wants everyone to see my cuteness.
Well, I suppose that's one reason to take him out. They didn't really need any huge justification for it. Honestly, I'm not even sure why she locked him away to begin with, but... Actually, I am sure. It's because of the fact that she didn't need him anymore.
Because Chipo's adorable, isn't he?
Isn't he?
Sure. Oh god, he's coming closer to me! Sure he is. I thought those were ears, but sure he is.
Uh-oh.
They're not
What?
horns. They're ears.
I was
Renowned
correct.
for my softness, yet he talks about horns?
I said the exact same thing once.
Well, you could have warned me.
You two really are birds of a feather.
Oh boy. You don't get any Elise points for the other one, if I recall correctly, so that's why we say that one, because then it gets you some Alvin affinity points. You can game the system a little bit, and there are certain ones, usually in the beginning of this game, that I do remember giving points for certain characters, but probably by the mid-game, I'm going to completely forget who does what, to be honest, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. Okay, so we gotta move this so that it is... I can get up there. So how do we do that? I mean, I guess I just, like, go up here, jump down, slide this over, and then climb it. Like, I don't gotta be fancy about it. Oh, silk cloak. There we go. And actually, that's probably good, because she doesn't have any armor. Okay, sure, I guess. That's cool. Luger also platforms a little bit faster than the characters in the first game, by the way, because he uses two hands to propel himself up when he jumps up on ledges and stuff, so you can get there a little bit faster.
Try shooting it!
That's nice.
I can do this.
Spread out is actually working really well in terms of keeping the enemies at bay.
Bigger and better.
Oh good, Tipo Squash this early, that's a boon. We also get access to Tipo Quake this early, and Frozen Flash, which is a new skill that she has. It's a water elemental martial art, which will allow her to hit water element now. Again, because of the fact that the combo system wants you to be able to hit multiple different elements in a row in order to stack on damage in this game, the characters gain access to more arts that allow them to hit different elements. Typically, I mean, you're not going to see Elise using Fireball or something like that, so you don't got to worry about that part, but she will gain access to some arts that will give her elemental attacks. I don't actually, now that I mean, it's probably a bad example because I don't actually think Elise gets access to a fire elemental art in any capacity, but anyway. I'm not worried about Tipo Squash. Yeah, I'm not worried about most of these. Let's just keep Dark Gaze going while she's off in... well, she's in Tipo on for the most part. If she's in Tipo off, I guess that's fine. Well, you know, actually, I don't care. I'll just leave these on. It really, anything that they do in this game is better than nothing. Like, you don't have to worry about it as much in this game because the characters don't have as restrictive of roles. And if you want them to have those restrictive roles, you can just set them to, for example, only heal or only cast Spirit Arts for Elise. So, if she wants to do melee, then damn it, she can do melee. It's fine. There's nothing over here, so I guess we are going up to the next floor now. Alright, Marie, take it easy. I will attempt to have fun with the rest of the stream. We will probably be beating the boss of this area before the day is out. I will catch you on the next one. I will also catch that Vortex Doggo when I come back out of the room. Probably, because he probably won't let me run away from him. Ooh, what we got in here? 1,800 gold. That'll come in handy. Excuse me, again, it might help in terms of a bonus because we'll be able to pay a little bit extra of the debt once we finally find our way out of here. So, there's an iron helm. It'll help because all he's got is a leather helm for now, so we don't really want that. One of the nice things I find about this game in terms of equipment, excuse me, compared to the first game, is that it felt like in the first game you were constantly upgrading equipment, whereas in this one it feels like you do less of that. Like, you can upgrade at certain points in time and be fine, but like, it's not as necessary as it was in the first game, so. Well, maybe that's just me.
Who's next?
You're not as lazy as you look.
I don't know how Alvin should feel about that one.
Well, not bad.
Maybe I'll use the Mabo Curry now, to be honest, because we're still wandering around fighting these enemies, so I might as well use it while we're killing stuff. Get the little extra gold. I think eventually we'll be able to buy that, but not just yet. We have very limited access to items for the first 5 chapters of the game, but once we get access to, I think, the 6th chapter, will, or maybe it's even in between the 5th and 6th chapters, a lot more areas will become available to us. So because of that, we will be able to access better items and better food.
Time for some fun. Time for some fun.
All right, we did it!
Oh, well, you're just his favorite.
He missed sucking face with you, Jude.
Guess who just got stronger?
Okay, well, Tiger Blade level 1 is nice, I guess. I love how I just, like, honestly, because I used these 3 so extensively in the previous game, I'm just like, you guys just do whatever. It's fine. Just do whatever. You'll be good. Should I check out Lame Orbs for everybody? See what they're up to? You're still on Spirit, so we're going to keep you working on that. Well, Aqua Sweep isn't too far away for Jude. And Mind Up is coming up as well, so we'll work on that. I should probably... Yeah, there it is. I should get you access to... Do you have access to Level Restore yet? Yes, you do. Okay, so now we give Stalactite to Alvin so he can get access to Level Restore. And honestly, Elise, I'd say just keep going with Yggdrasil. You're already doing pretty well with it, so... I'm not too concerned. Oh, that's the Powhammer skill, by the way. So that's the one where if you get attacked, you can counter with a Powhammer. So there you go. You're still working on lucky items, so we'll keep you working on that. Stamina overextension 2. Anything else that I might want you to work on? I guess Vitality. I'd actually probably want you to work on this, to be honest, instead. So maybe I'll just do this to get you access to Wind Lance, and you already have access to Fireball, I think. No, you probably do not have access to Fireball at the moment because you haven't used any fire whatsoever. So let's just leave him on this stuff, and then we'll go from there. We'll leave him on Yggdrasil for a second, and then what do I want to leave on? Ooh, Reflective Guard isn't too far away. That's good. I'll probably give you Glacier because that'll get you access to Recover, and we want Recover, so that's good. And it'll get you some Earth Elemental stuff, so that way you can get access to Level Restore a little faster once you go back to Yggdrasil. So. But yeah, again, Level Restore and the Level 1 stat skills are the main draws for me in the early game. Just try to get those as quick as you can, because they are fairly useful. All right. In here, I guess we can go out here, if I can get past the enemies. Oh, okay, this takes us up to the next floor. All right. The Terror Group, Exodus, as I'm being attacked.
These Exodus dolts just won't give up. They're causing trouble all over the place.
You sure these enemies are from Exodus? They don't seem like they're with them.
They just wanted to go home. Now that they're back, why are they still fighting?
Guess that was all a lie, huh?
A lot of them found they didn't have a home to return to. That's a hard pill to swallow. So they put it all on Reza Maxia and the peace-seeking government of Olympias.
So basically what he means by that is that because they were gone for 20 years and because of how bad the climate changes were in Olympias, their homes may have been completely abandoned when they were desertified and when the desert swallowed the town up because they couldn't, well, use them for anything, industry, agriculture, whatsoever, because it was just dried up.
Sometimes it's easier to blame others than to move forward yourself.
And that's not all.
Yeah.
Exodus has been recruiting heavily from a new generation of disaffected Olympians.
And
Olympias
that's true,
is a
too.
nation in decline. There's no shortage of discontent for Exodus to mine. The collision with Reza Maxia just gave the disaffected a new direction in which to focus their anger.
You make it sound so hopeless.
Don't get me wrong. I don't intend to sit by and let this continue.
Yeah,
Thanks
we
all
gotta
of you,
help
I
them
finally
find
made it back
a
to
better
my home.
way by murdering
I'm
them.
sure as hell not gonna let these idiots ruin it.
Alvin, you've changed.
You're moving forward.
He's just seen the
A
path
little
now.
help from my friends.
That's all he needed. Alright, since I can't avoid you, pup, I will fight you. The other guy. Yep, there we go. Cool. But yeah, definitely Mortar Fire will come in handy for a little while with us. It's, again, it's not quite Force Wave. It doesn't have quite the distance of Force Wave, but... Well, as usual, Alvin is pretty good for link arts because he's got access to another link art that he can use in a little while that will also do us some good. So we'll work on that in a minute. I'm going to fight, okay, I guess whichever one of you I find first. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch all of you with this. Just instantaneous murder with it. It's just like, you just walk right up into their face and bang, bang, bang.
Now I have the strength to protect.
Straight away. Oh, good, a level 2 skill up. I don't usually check those, to be honest, to see like what they do. I probably should, but, you know. I'm kind of just like, yeah, well, you know, it's probably better than it was, so that's good. We're moving ahead. So, all right, where does this go? If I can hold this all the way out. What's inside here? Treasure. A lamellar leather for Alvin. Nice. Well, it'll probably be better than the hard mail that he's got, so let's give it a shot. Yep, it is. Good. Now all we got to do is get them some accessories, which again is usually the issue. Accessories are usually where the issues start because it's like, okay, well, you don't get as many of those from boxes as you used to. So I'm gonna say that we probably can't get up there and just say the lamellar leather is probably all that's here. So because of that, and before something eats me, let me get the hell out of here. So it goes up further after this?
Sure hope Balin's okay.
Well, if there's one thing Balin's good at, it's looking out for Balin.
Huh. Well, I guess even with the broken leg, that means we don't have too much to worry about then, huh? Does this go any higher up? Error, functions are currently disabled. So, probably the answer to that question is no. Oop, hang on. Let's see what's in here first. A secured room. Well, unfortunately, there are no people in the secured room, which is not a good sign. But, well, we'll do what we can to get them to the secured room. Or, at the very least, we'll secure the room that is already secured so that way, if anybody wants to use it, they can. A pretty ribbon for at least to upgrade with. So that's good. Yeah, sometimes it's better to do main chapters before you buy armor upgrades, because sometimes those main chapters will just give you either enough money to purchase those or just flat out armor upgrades. So there you go. Hey, I'm gonna mispronounce this probably, but Rian UEF, welcome to the stream. Doing pretty good myself. What's my favorite JRPG or character? I can tell you my favorite JRPG at the moment. It's Digital Devil Saga 2. Character-wise, I don't actually know, to be honest. I kind of like a lot of them pretty evenly. So, yeah, doing pretty good. We are in Chapter 5 of Tales of Xillia 2. Wandering around, I think it's supposed to be Helioborg Research Fortress, but it looks a little different than what it did before, so... We'll see how that all goes as we make our way through. Oh, you get good multipliers off of Rolling Thunder. Damn. Did I get all that? Yeah, it's not gonna hit quite there. I've got some range, but not that kind of range.
I am pooped.
Well, that's not the last fight, Elise, unfortunately. We've got quite a few left if we want to get to Balin, but, you know, we'll get there. Alright, I think we go to the 14th floor. I think that's where the fight was before, so... Think Dean, but with an R. Okay, so Reen. Gotcha. Makes sense. Favorite JRPG is Tales of the Abyss. Favorite characters are two pairs, Reen and Emma from Trails of Cold Steel. Almost said Tales of Cold Steel. That wouldn't be right. Ironically, Cold Steel's a least favorite of yours, and Luke and Tyr from Abyss. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. If it's, you know, your favorite JRPG, it would make sense that the characters in that game would be highly effective for you as characters. Double up on that, because then I can do one of these and see if I can line AoE anybody. Yeah, there we go. Got a couple of them.
Chibo can turn into... You've gotten stronger.
Yes, Tipo. Go have burps somewhere else.
Bigger and better.
I think Abyss is the best written JRPG. See, I have actually never played Trails of Cold Steel. I've never played any of the Trails games, although I've heard good things. And I have played a little bit of Tales of the Abyss, but I actually have only ever played it as a rental way, way back in the day. So I didn't really get a good picture of what the game is about, although I have heard from a lot of people that it's very, very good. I don't have really good access to it at the moment. I guess it's on the 3DS, but, well, it's not like I can record and play the 3DS at the moment. My computer's just not strong enough to do so. Well, actually, I don't know that for sure. I've got a better computer than I did before. The old computer definitely couldn't have handled it, so maybe the new one can. I'll have to test it one time. Especially since I've learned recently that Citra, the 3DS emulator, is not as Trojan horsey as the previous version that I installed that would never uninstall on my old computer, because that was a whole lot of fun. I've heard it's a little bit better, so maybe that'll make things easier. I need this over here. Let's pull this on over. Can this not go? Oh no, okay. I was gonna say, can this not go over the... You know what it probably can't do is it probably can't go in front of the entrance so that you don't block yourself from exiting. That's probably why they won't let me move it any further there. Let's see. So put this right here, jump on top of it, move that one over. Like that, maybe? Then hop down. Yeah. Alright, cool. Got it. And then we'll see what's in here. Some more money, maybe? Yep, more money. Good.
Dun, dun, dun. Payment due.
How are you calling me right now? Like, the game hasn't revealed anything that would prevent you from calling me at the moment, but you definitely shouldn't be able to call me at the moment. Whatever. Have some money.
You've broken the 50,000 gold mark in your payments. Like they say, Luger, every journey begins with a single step, and your streets are paved with gold.
Let's just hope my cats can dance better than the ones in the movie you're referencing. Anyway, we can get a bonus now at the apartment when we go back. Not that we know how to go back just yet, but we'll figure it out. Well, actually, technically we do know how to go back. We just need to break the cog, but we're gonna need to find the cog first. So let's go see if we can find the cog before we go. I'm gonna have to fight this enemy on the way down. Also, Jade's how you do a static character. His arc is already mostly complete, but his backstory and past actions make him the most important character in the plot. Okay, gotcha. One issue you have with at least the fandom of anime or JRPG stuff is they don't know the difference between a static character and a bland. So a static character then, like you said, is a character who's kind of already had backstory that does things for them. So they don't change very much in terms of the gameplay focus, but they reflect the character development that they've already had previously. I would think that's what I would consider a definition of a static character versus a bland character who simply doesn't develop in a game at all and doesn't really have any backstory to fall back on. So that would be the difference I would make. I don't know if that's exact, but that would be one that I would say. What's my opinion of this game? I like this one a lot better than the first game. I think the abilities list is a little bit weaker, mostly because of higher SP costs and SP being at more of a premium, but I enjoy the gameplay far better in this one than I do in the first one, so yeah, it's pretty decently high for me in terms of RPGs. I remember it being one of my favorites way back in the day, but that was before I played quite a few other JRPGs that I've played since then, so we'll see how it stacks up once I finish it off. That's kind of one of the reasons why I'm playing it again, is because I want to kind of see how it stacks up once I'm done with it again. Oh, they took away my ability to heal my whole party with Pixie Circle. Well, that blows. Oh, well. I was gonna undo a lot of her physical arts, but I don't think I care enough. So let's just do this. We'll give everybody an orange gel or 2 in Alvin's case, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, okay. I think we're good. Actually, no, I don't think we're good. Is there anything I want to eat food-wise? I guess I could eat the minestrone for extra elemental ore, but it's fine. I'll eat a sandwich. Why the hell not, right? That can't hurt, I don't think. See many people who call these plain or boring characters static, or literally say that a character is interesting because they are so chill, characters immediately like them, and they have no character flaws and have a normal upbringing. See, to me, those are just like Gary Stews or Mary Sues, honestly. Like, if a character has no flaws, they're pretty boring, in my opinion. They need to have some form of flaw in order to allow them to feel human enough for you to relate to them in some way. At least that's the way that I see it. So, yeah, I don't know. Was there any treasure in here? No, I think I checked the whole room and there wasn't any treasure. So since there's no treasure, into the roof we go. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, I just like it when the characters are relatable. And it's hard for them to be relatable if they can't do anything wrong because the plot demands that they don't.
I remember that tingly feeling.
So they recreated
Jude, did you guys did you guys reactivate this? Or did Exodus do this? Oh boy. Not this again. Protect Rolo. L will take care of the rest of this. Nobody beats up my cat and gets away with it. Okay, so we have Volt. 46,000 HP. Holy hell. Then we have Thunder Gens. They're weak to a lot of things, but most of the things they're weak to, Rowan has, and Rowan's not here. So I guess we'll just beat them up with guns, just like Volt here, who's only weak to guns. So let's see what we can do about that. I'm gonna wait a second. All right.
Okay. Wait. What?
I guess I could do that. That works pretty well. Oh, that's not my Bolt Strike. I think we're on Volt now. Yes, we are. Good. There we go. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to try to get a power hit off here with the guns, so let me run around in a circle for a second so he can't do that, and then get the guns back out, so. Okay. Damn, you guys are getting, as I say, your asses kicked. I'll keep him busy while you guys do some healing. How about that? Yeah, Volt's pretty tricky from my remembrance, so. Thank you, Alvin. Yeah, okay, ow.
Not looking good.
No, but we'll make it work. Okay, he's gonna Bolt Strike, so I'm gonna run away from that just for a second. I should probably use a life bottle so that I can get Elise up, because she would help us out with the healing a little bit, so I can do that while everybody else has his attention. It's a little tricky sometimes to break him out of his stuff so that you can use, whatchamacallit, so you can get a power combo started, so. But I guess that works, so. Okay. Ouch. Thank you, Jude. That's over limit. I'm running a little bit. Because Thunderblade's coming now, right? Okay, he's just Bolt Striking for now. Let me get the swords out. Those are a little easier to use. I think he's done now with over limit because of whatchamacallit. You know, and actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I equipped any of my new arts. No, I did not. I should probably do that. So let me do some of those. Because Zero Divide and actually Rapid Burst would also be pretty good here. Well, maybe not, honestly, because I think he's resistant to both. Zero Divide wouldn't be too bad, though, because there's a chance to stagger them, so. I could just get in his face and Bubble Blast. With Zero Divide, usually it pulls enemies towards you, so it's not as useful, I guess, as it could be. I think you can do something with Elise with it, though. Let's see. No, she's actually mostly on the sledgehammer. Okay, well, that's fair. I'll stick Zero Divide on up. How about that? And we'll see if I can even use it. So. Outside your range there, buddy. Okay. Oh, he summoned somebody, so I'm gonna have to be careful with that. And since he summoned somebody, let's get rid of it.
Time for some fun.
Yeah, I thought I got out of the way of that. I did not. Thanks, everybody. Okay, did I hit Bolt with that? Oh. Oh, he's summoning more guys now. I'm gonna have to be careful with that. Am I linked with Alvin still? I am. I'm just not building enough limit bar. That's all. It's okay. To get this going. I guess I could probably swap off to Bullet Fiesta though. So what was Bullet Fiesta again? Was it Rapid Burst? I guess it is. So maybe I should stick Rapid Burst on just for that, because Crossfire doesn't have a it doesn't have a link art. So since Bullet Fiesta will give us a circle AOE, it might be better for taking care of his blues here. They will resist it though, so you gotta be a little careful with that. Get the power combo going first before you do anything. So. Okay, back to this. I'm gonna stand away from everybody so that whoever he hits with that, it's either not me or it's well, basically, so it's not gonna hit everybody at once. Summon multiple people now, so we'll just take care of the groups again.
Not bad.
Very good. The Bubble Blast hit first, which allowed us to start that power combo. Very good.
Not bad.
Alright, back to... Never mind, not back to Volt. Maybe we should kill Volt first, since he seems to keep summoning everybody. I don't want him summoning too much, so maybe if we kill him first, it'll let us do something here. That's not really going to hit him anytime soon, so... Oh good, his friend is taking the hit for him. That's not so good. That's not me. This is getting a little out of hand. That's okay though. Guess we'll make it work. Back up a little bit so we get this off. Basically what I want to do is I want to try to build the over limit bar as best I can, although it looks like Elise is getting her ass kicked over there, so that's not really going to work out too well for us. So. Thank you again. I always have trouble with one of these two bosses in this chapter. It's either this one or it's... Okay, that was my own fault from just trying to do 0 to 5. Okay, I staggered him, so that's good. I'll wait. Oh, okay. Oh, Jude's dead. Hang on, I gotta fix this too. But yeah, it's always one or the other that I have trouble with. It's either this one or the boss of Chapter 4, so... I see the problem, though. The problem is that Elise can't cast while these guys are attacking, so I guess we gotta take care of them while we are here. Okay, well, this is probably a wash. Yep, that's okay. We can retry the fight. So, maybe what I'll do is I'll try to take care of the enemies, like, with swords to start with, and then I'll swap over the guns to get them a little bit more damaged, so... One character type you like are the martyr types, whose positive character traits also serve as a detriment to their mental health, like Dimitri from Fire Emblem. That's from 3 Houses, right? I haven't played that one either. Guy comes off like Mr. Perfect at first, super capable, compassionate, and earnest. Thanks to a lot of his past traumas and him bottling up his traumas most of his life, he actually has a mental breakdown and turns into a psychotic mess. He does get better, though. Yeah, I would hope so, considering he's a party member in Abyss, if I remember correctly, so it would be kind of bad if he didn't get better. Profile picture, a Shovel Knight reference or just a typical Plague Doctor? It's just a typical Plague Doctor, but I did use Plague Knight as a tracing method. for creating it. So I guess it's a little bit of A and a little bit of B. I'm not very good in terms of the art department, so I just used that as a trace and just put a whole bunch of colors over top of it that would be more effective for me. So, well, so my thought process then basically is just to change strategy. So, like, have you set to only heal? And, honestly, yeah, that's about all I really care about. Except maybe I should focus attacks so that way everybody focuses on the one person that we're fighting. So that way we can either tackle Volt when Volt is out or tackle the other guys when the other guys are out. So, but then set Elise to only heal so that way she's just focused on that. And, or maybe what I should do then is I should have you and Alvin go on Protect Allies to keep Elise from getting smacked in the face. Yeah, I think we'll do that, honestly, and then we'll see how that goes. Is my Zero Divide equipped again? No, it just put the other ones back on. All right. I'll stick Zero Divide there for now, I guess. Gonna need Bubble Blast still for Mortar Fire, so. Oh, Guy is in the Guy Dimitri. Okay, there you go. Also with Tales of, you're not a fan of Vesperia, and you don't like Yuri, mainly because, one, he doesn't even remotely feel that valuable to the story, let alone his main character. He's just dragged around by the plot. 2, his backstory isn't even explored in the main game, but a movie. 3, his own plotline about classism and corruption means nothing when he's basically can commit regicide twice and not even get a slap on the wrist for it. I suppose that would kind of defeat the purpose a little bit, wouldn't it? I don't know. Xillia and Xillia 2 and Symphonia are the only 3 Tales games that I've played outside of the maybe couple of hours of Abyss that I've played. I never actually got to play Vesperia because I never had an Xbox, so that's about the extent of my knowledge. So, all right. So first things first. How do we do this? I guess I could use Jude and like Frostbreaker, but I don't know if that's really something that I care for.
Okay. Wait.
No.
What?
Okay, we do this, and we do a Mortar Fire. Alright, cool. No, I didn't have enough to do it again. Yeah. Okay, so we'll wait a second. Try it again. See, now everybody's healing. Okay, well, we're doing 0 with that, which is obviously not what I want, but... Oh, whoa. Okay. Guys, yeah, I was going to say, this is going to hit us. Maybe Magic Guard a little bit. Okay. I can't use Zero Divide in the air yet. This is why I don't like setting arts to up, by the way, because when I set arts to up, I end up accidentally jumping. And I really have always had that problem in a Tales game, and I don't really know how to fix it, unfortunately. I should probably use the life bottle since you're busy healing me, shouldn't I? Yeah, probably Jude. Oh, God. There we go. Now he broke out of it. Damn it. I think this is on me, so no, it's not. But just in case. Hello. I'm gonna wait because those will probably hit me while I'm not looking. Okay, they're not. That's good. Hello. Nah, Zero Divide didn't hit him. So we couldn't continue the combo. Oh, you know, the problem I'm having, I'm like, why is nobody getting Alvin up? It's because, well, he's the only one dead, and I have it on 2 or more people. So, since Elise isn't healing at the moment, let's use a life bottle up. Okay, probably these since he's doing that, and then I'll wait until the bolt strike goes off before I. Oh, okay, it's on my go like that. Yeah. I gotta remember that Zero Divide has that range to it, where it doesn't just hit immediately. I'm also not linked with Alvin, so I should probably work on doing that too. So. Okay, well that actually worked pretty good. Maybe I should start with Rolling Thunder while I'm in the process here. Yeah, it didn't work this time. See if I can hit these guys while I'm
time for some fun. And boom.
Okay, go to you, and then I guess you guys have kind of got these guys on lock for now, so seems like the case. This isn't going to get me anything, but it will get me access to Bullet Pistol, which will hit everything around me, so. Nah, I lost the combo, damn it. Hit everything on the way. Run! Okay, well I almost dodged out of all of it. And again. Now I'm just eating it for no reason, which is definitely not what I want to be doing. Okay, wait for that. Oh god. Well, at least he didn't break my guard that time. That's not the weapon that I want, so I'll just wait a second. Whoa. There we go. Whoa, broke my guard. Sorry for the lack of commentary, I'm just attempting to make sure that I don't get viciously murdered again, so, you know, that sort of takes priority, I guess. I don't remember this one being this tough, though, with all things considered, but... Oh, he's almost dead. Okay, never mind. It's not that tough. I'm gonna say that and get absolutely trashed now, but that's okay. Oop, okay, well, maybe if I pay attention, I won't get trashed. How about that? Yeah, I was gonna say, Jude, maybe recovery ring yourself, because, like, you can healer me, but that's not really gonna help you, buddy. Why are you electro-crushing over there? Okay, speaking of not helping, I'm not helping myself by being where I'm at, so let me get the hell away from here. Items are still out of use. Yeah, I think this is... We're lowering our... are we out of orange gels? We basically are, yeah. Let's give Elise the melons gel that we have, so that way we can go from there. As I say, I think I hear him charging up the cask, so I'll just wait a second.
Don't you back out on me.
How about we go with this? I have an idea, and I'm not sure if it's going to work. Thank you for the recovery ring. I'm going to start with Hungry Hunter to see if that makes any difference whatsoever, if I can get in there fast enough. Well, it would have worked if I wasn't getting hit in the back, but, you know.
This isn't good.
Okay. Well, that was okay. And I can't. Okay. I was gonna bullet Fiesta there, but well, I need to actually. Okay. I need to actually be able to like use it before I get murdered. So I guess we'll use it out here. Oh, this Alvin's not up. Damn it. Okay. Well, at least I got another life bottle. Okay. Pardon me. I'm having issues here. Do we have any life bottles left? Elise has no TP. We have 4 life bottles. Get Alvin up, because I'm going to need him to link up with. So, okay, if I don't die. Hold on. There we go. And he used another item. Keep him alive. Let's wait for that. Okay, now we can do it. Elise, give me another life bottle, even though we're over the limit I said. I'll switch back to guns. That's not what I want to use. There we go. And we'll do this because he's going to hit us. Yep. Okay. Do it again. Okay. There we go. And now, link back up with Alvin. Do one of these. Don't hit me, please. Thank you. I'll help get rid of these guys. I need to slow up for a second. Alright, got Volt. Now just for his backup. We do need to get Jude up so he can get some experience, but we can do that in a second once we're like a little closer. Okay. Alright, now for you. Oh, there's more of them. Great. It's a good thing I still have some extra whatchamacallit, extra TP. Elise, while we're doing that, why don't you get Jude up with this other life bottle? Okay.
Can Spyrite really be controlled?
Well, that was a bit touch and go. Just a bit, but we got him.
To be your guinea pig.
What?
Thanks, everyone.
Oh boy. Let's see. It's my opinion of the 4 lead characters that I saw between those games. I like Lloyd. I think he's pretty cool. He's very headstrong, which appealed to teenager me who played the game at that time because I was a little bit more headstrong, I guess, in terms of the way, or I wanted to be a little more headstrong the way that he was with a lot of stuff. Luger's okay. He appeals to me for different reasons that I don't want to talk about yet because it would be a spoiler for this game and I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't played it that's watching. I don't know. Jude's okay, I guess. Mila's okay. They're not. None of them are my favorites. I don't know enough about Luke to really tell you anything because, I mean, I only saw him for a couple of hours, and I mean, he was a dickhead, but he was sheltered his whole life, so I couldn't really formulate an opinion there for him. But yeah, none of them are my favorite characters in any games, period. But they're all right. I don't really see a particular problem. So.
Now I have the strength to protect.
Man, I feel good.
You do? Because I feel like we just got really screwed there, but oh well. We beat him, so that's the important part. Maybe I should have leveled a little bit more, because maybe it's like the enemies have a minimum level, and I was like below it. I don't know.
Wait,
oh well.
Spreading contamination?
What does that mean? Well, I can unfail you, if this works the way it's worked the other 2 times. Transmission terminated. Damn it, I broke reality again. I will say that the way Luke is handled is awesome. Maybe if I ever get back to it, I'll, back to Tales of the Abyss, I'll be able to find out for sure.
Don't worry, kid.
Let's give him some Pixie Circle. There we go.
He'll be fine.
It's a good thing that you learned Recover after the last fight.
What? Some scary stuff happened to me during a thunderstorm. Don't tell
Well, it
anyone,
makes sense why
but
you
I
feel
think
so scared by them.
thunderstorms are scary too.
The air gets all tingly and weird, right?
Yeah.
But how in the world did they gather the resources to recreate the Spyrite Vault?
Balin would know. Let's head back to the roof.
How did we end up down here either? That's another
So what
question
the
that I
hell's
don't
going
think we're
on
going to
here,
get the
Doc?
answer to.
I don't know. But something is definitely not right.
But what could that something be that's definitely not right? Well, let's watch the skit first, and then we'll work on that in a second. A year ago.
Coming here sure brings back memories from a year ago, huh?
Yeah, it's almost like we were here not too long ago.
All sorts of memories.
Because I only played one game in between this game and the first game.
I remember that part of our journey too fondly.
It felt like that part went by in a blur. We basically finished up in Rizamaxia and opened a way to Olympias, and then it was like, okay, well, the game's almost over now.
What it means when you reminisce too much.
What does it mean?
It's the first sign you're getting old.
What? Oh, yeah, that's probably
Where
fair.
did you hear that?
I can't divulge my sources.
The past is past. Now is now. Get over it and move on.
Remember when Elise used to be so reserved?
Yeah, that
They
seems to
always
have
say that
changed.
girls mature faster, but yeesh.
I guess you guys weren't too ready for it, huh? But are we ready to find out what happened with the Spyrite Vault and how they managed to accrue enough resources to summon him? Or is there something distinctly different going on with all of the things that have been happening over the past 5 chapters? Find out on the next episode of Tales of Xillia 2, the Stream Edition, which will be happening on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I'm just going to quick save here since I haven't really been doing any Kitty Dispatch stuff off screen. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. I'll post the schedule for next week up on Twitch, YouTube, and the Discord server. Shortly after I get this episode all edited out, I'm going to take a quick break to go and, well, not have my computer and the video game on. I need to get my eyes away from this before they bug out of my head. But after that, I'll post up the schedule, and then I will see all of you on Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time to continue. Until then, everybody take care, and have a good one. It's weird, you'd think all the muscle pains that I ever have would be gone after this point, but now my neck hurts. I don't know if that's from all that electricity or just me not stretching enough from playing this game for 3 hours. I'm probably the one getting old, to be fair.